Noise.
Hello. Okay. So, hello everyone, we're RiggyRob and Pimmsy. Apologies for having the microphone cut out. I have a feeling it's something to do with transitions. So, transitioning from our thumbnail and intro music makes the interface shut off for some reason. Or at least OBS doesn't seem to start picking it up, which is a bit odd because it's plugged in. Why would it not pick it up? In fairness, I think next time, well, every time, I should open OBS first, then connect the interface and the microphones in. Because then that way, it should pick it up, but it should work the other way around. I don't understand why it doesn't. So yes, you didn't hear me say this, but Pimmsy has been very diligently searching for key items for all the different side quests she has.
I'm trying. It's kind of hard though.
Yeah, it's not easy for you. So hopefully we'll be able to finish off things like searching for the key-shaped lever and whatever else we may find, such as this pile of letters. So yes. This letter is filled with love from Mama Pon of Banner. Even a criminal mastermind like Banner keeps his mum's letters. Aww. That's that, I reckon. Nira is going to check all the letters. It's awkward to check such private things, but that is the job. So Nira will do it. Banner's secret treasure. That kind of just...
It's taken me so long to do that.
Yeah, it just reminds me of like the D&D joke where they've got a party of adventuring heroes searching for treasure. And there's a dragon guarding it. And when they manage to sort of subdue the dragon without killing it, they open up the chest and it's a drawing of the dragon's little baby made by the child. And the dragon says, "Is a treasure to me."
Aww.
I know. Yes, hello everyone. Pimmsy's fiddling around the microphone, so I'm filling for time. How has everyone's Black Friday been?
We spent far too much money.
We did.
We bought a Hoover. This is how adult we are now.
Yeah.
We bought a Hoover,
We
and
bought
we're
a
excited about
Hoover.
it.
Well, it's a very good Hoover. I mean,
It's a really nice Hoover, and
it's
also
a popular name brand of Hoover.
yeah.
In
and,
fact, the person who made this brand hates the fact that we call it a Hoover. Because he says
it isn't a Hoover.
It should be called a vacuum cleaner. Hoover is a brand. Get it right. Okay, James, okay. So yes, we got a fancy new Hoover vacuum handheld.
we didn't get a
cordless.
Hoover.
We got a vacuum cleaner.
Yeah.
That is the appropriate term.
So
Ooh, a heart to heart. Interesting.
yeah.
Da, 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 da. Yeah, Electra. Woo.
Who has a Electra? Do you remember?
I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
We also bought a
mind fart.
fridge.
Yes, we bought a big fridge. A nice deep fridge so Pimmsy can stick her whole head inside.
And we bought a TV, so I'm not going to struggle trying to find the fucking character anymore. Can
Oh
you
no,
help me?
you will still struggle.
Is she in this one?
You need to wear your glasses.
My glasses. I can't see without my glasses.
Yeah. Gamer Guy is here and says, "Oh no, it's me again." Ooh.
You're in a good mood, Electra.
Mhm.
How did you know?
Something good.
Whoa!
Going for a rave.
Whoa! What was that?
I don't know.
I'm just happy that there are so many places here where lightning is useful.
Oh,
That
right,
did
so
not seem very normal.
Electra was
I get to
electrocuted.
really
No.
show
I doubt it.
No, I don't think so either.
You've been coming along and
I wanna
leaps
see if
and
it happens
bounds with your
again.
powers lately.
No.
Yeah. If we didn't have you around, we'd never have made it this far.
Doesn't seem to
Oh,
be.
shucks.
No,
I'm
I
glad
guess
you all
not.
think I'm useful.
Aww. It's
No
fun
more
seeing
shopping.
glitches like
Just
that.
useful helping.
You barely see them in Nintendo games. It's because you train so hard.
All because you trained hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Supportive.
I've still got lots of training to do before I can control my power fully. What kind of training are you doing? Well, for example, sometimes I practice producing a steady, low-intensity
Hey, she's
current.
basically Kaminari.
Oh, the other day, I also use my power to massage a tired old lady's
You don't even know who
shoulders.
Kaminari
You know,
is.
Just generally trying to keep my powers in check.
Like
Well,
Pichu
it
more.
sounds like you're really trying hard.
Yep. I feel like I get a little bit more grown up every day.
He
Awesome.
kind of looks like.
We're going to be
Pichu.
counting on you, Electra.
Yeah, you sure have lots of training to
I
do,
won't let you
Pikachu.
down.
You can be saved by plot armor in every other
Dependable
episode.
is my middle name.
That did always seem a bit weird to me that Pikachu in the anime somehow manages to beat a Raichu, even though the Raichus should completely dominate Pikachu. But I guess that's just anime plot armor for you, like Gamer Guy said.
I've been so bored, I was about to go out hunting.
So yes, the other thing we bought at Black Friday was indeed a fridge. Nice new fridge. Lot bigger than the one we got. Because the one we got was kind of like, well, we have to kind of fit it into this awkward space. So it needs to only be this wide. But this time we got a much bigger one. Which also
You're
is...
new.
Is
Apparently,
a
this guy didn't come until after the World Tree.
Oh, okay, interesting. The new fridge we've got is going to be a little bit tight in the space we have, but it's more of a standard width than the other one we have.
Yeah,
So.
exactly.
And yes, as Pimmsy alluded to, we have also decided to get a new
I didn't
TV.
allude to it. I literally said.
Yes. It is going to be nice and big, and Pimmsy will have no longer have complaints for not being able to see things, other than the fact that
No, I
eyes
might
don't
still.
work.
I might still have complaints. Let's be clear.
Well, yeah, we went and looked at the nice one. We could have got a cheaper one, but we went for the nice
To be
one.
fair, we did get a cheap one. We got it for
Yeah,
like,
well,
way
that's the whole
cheaper than
point
I
of doing it
thought.
on Black Friday. It's like, oh, yeah, we're saving 200 quid. That's a good deal. So yeah, that'll come for...
I mean, we must have saved about £500 worth of stuff today.
Yeah, probably. That'll come on Wednesday, actually, so we might be able to set that up for the stream on Wednesday.
But I
We'll
think
see how glorious
that is
Spyro
really
looks.
optimistic. Ooh, that's good.
Yeah, I suppose we should leave it until Friday.
It's up to you.
Yeah. Gamer Guy says, the worst case of Pikachu's plot armor was in one of the earliest episodes of the anime. Pikachu beat Onix with an electric move. That's physically impossible in the games. Now if it used Iron Tail, fair enough, but no, it used Thunderbolt. Yeah, I think that led to a lot of people playing Pokemon and thinking you can't use electric moves on rock Pokemon, because rock Pokemon are usually type ground, or at least all of the ones that were in Generation 1, with the exception of the fossil Pokemon, were type ground as well. Led to a lot of misconceptions, but, you know, that's just how people are. They're very gullible. Hey, there's a Mew under this truck. Really? Hence, therefore, 20 years of people saying, oh yeah, sure, you can find a Mew in there, yeah. All you need to do is get Game Shark or go to the special Nintendo event and, you know, get the key that unlocks it.
I will say that... Did it use it?
It used it.
I will say that I did actually watch a YouTube clip of somebody getting a Mew in the first game, but they completely hacked the game. Like,
oh yeah.
They walked through walls.
Yeah, the way to get the Mew is through a glitch.
Yeah.
But that's known and documented. There is no way to get a Mew under the truck in...
No, you could have got it via an event, like right when it came out.
Yeah.
And also there was the glitch.
Yeah.
And they were the only ways.
So everyone who said they got it under the truck was a liar.
Yeah.
Filthy liar. I haven't actually seen if it's in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu or Eevee, but maybe they did something to reference that.
I think it probably is. There's that new Pokemon as well, isn't there?
Meltan! Have you seen its evolution?
No.
No. It's basically just a bigger version of it.
Oh,
It's called Melmetal. So it's not
even worse.
not particularly exciting, but it's just a new Pokemon, so people are like, ooh. Gamer Guy says, similarly in Generation 4, Arceus, the god of Pokemon, was introduced, but it was planned to become open from an event, but the event never released, so you can only reach it by hacking.
Is he dead?
Yeah, of course he is.
No, he's not.
Are you sure it's him?
He is not dead.
Okay. Wonder why you are targeting the smaller one then.
Dunno. Get them done first and then I'll go back. Not too big a problem, I'm way over leveled.
Yeah. So the problem with event Pokemon is basically just that. They're event Pokemon. You have to go to an event to get it. And that's just like, yeah, fuck everyone else who bought this game. If you can't make it to one of these specific locations, you're screwed.
Yeah, and like, I never knew Pokemon was around when that event even happened, so it's not really fair, is it?
Like, in the olden days when Pokemon Pokemon was first released, right? It makes sense that they have events because obviously you need to have physical like cartridges or data uploaded to the cartridge you have in your hands. But now with the internet, there's no excuse. You know, people will hack the Pokemon they want in just so they can have it. There's no difference between that and the legitimate version. It's just like one of them wasn't in person.
Rob, is it electric?
No. It's wind. Remember guys, Pimmsy's played this game for 200 hours and is still asking this question.
Yeah.
God knows no one will trade the event Pokemon to anyone. Well, you can, they just happen to be hacked. But like I said, there's no functional difference between the hacked version and the legitimate version. It's just that the legitimate version was obtained in person or something.
There's
like,
not
seriously.
very many of them around.
People have gone to the effort of making online tools to appropriately fake a Pokemon with legitimate, like, data values and identifiers to make it seem real. And when it comes to the competitive scene, no one's using their games to do all the breeding and the EV training.
No, it's just they're just having a
legitimate.
living Pokedex, aren't they? That's all they're having.
Yeah. But the people who are doing competitive battling are like, well, they're not going to waste that time trying to do it when they can just use this tool, create the Pokemon they need, and it will be exactly the same as it was if it was done legitimately. Now, obviously, when people are doing Spiritomb with Wonder Guard, at the time when Spiritomb had no weaknesses, that's a bit of a obvious cheat.
Liberty.
Um,
What is Wonder Guard?
Wonder Guard is an ability where if it's not super effective against you, no move hits you.
And nothing is super effective against.
Or at least it wasn't until Fairy was announced. So obviously if you hack Wonder Guard onto a Pokemon with no weaknesses, like Sableye or Spiritomb, then you can, you know, just win because they can't hit you at all. But that's kind of obvious that you're cheating at that point.
Yeah.
The other obvious one is a Pokemon that is extremely slow somehow being able to be quicker than you. So like, let's say you've got a Snorlax against, I don't know, a Scyther, and the Snorlax is faster. That just says, alright, you've maxed out all of the stats on that Snorlax. You're not even pretending to, you know, not be cheating. So, yeah. What I'm saying is that event Pokemon shouldn't really exist. Although, event Pokemon to commemorate an event, like let's say there's a film being released.
Well, like, was it Diancie? No, what was the one that looks like a My Little Pony?
That would be one of the Eons. Not Cobalion, not Virizion, not Terrakion.
No.
What? Go on.
It was the one that looks like a unicorn.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
That was an event Pokemon.
Keldeo, yes, that's the one.
That's it. It wasn't an Eon.
No, but it's part of the Three Musketeers, so it's the fourth one. Hi, Larry. Thanks for joining the stream.
Hello.
How's it going? Gamer Guy says, I agree. They should make competitive Pokemon easier to make. Remove the IV values. They're dumb. Make the EVs more accessible. Also, make some way to change a Pokemon's nature without breeding or a new one mainly for legendaries. Yeah, I mean, if you are that, like, inclined to hack the Pokemon... If you are that inclined to play competitively, you are pretty much going to be inclined to hack it in. Because it just saves you time. There's no point trying to do all the soft resetting and making sure you've got the correct IVs and maximum of every stat that matters
Right,
and
let's
so
tie
on.
up this loose end now. That's all I'm doing now, really.
Oh
isn't
yeah,
it?
you're
It's
tying up
just
loose ends before you
literally
finish the game, yeah.
yeah.
But like I said, when event Pokemon are released, it's fine if it's to commemorate a special thing happening, but just make it available to everyone. Like, the internet exists. Use it. And Pimmsy found all the parts. Yay! Woo! This is a square dent. What do we have? Ooh, an engraving.
Ooh.
There's something written there. Coordinates. Near Garfant. Let's go!
Okay. So gonna tell us where?
Old Temple. Find who the voice belongs to. Alari says, before you finish the game, you should do an 8-hour salvage special, pretty please.
Was it Garfont?
Yes, Garfont.
Where's that?
Old Temple.
Where's Garfont?
It's Gormott, isn't it?
Is it?
I thought it was. Maybe I'm
Is
wrong.
that not where? Is it not Leftheria?
Maybe. I thought Garfont was the village in Gormott, but maybe I'm wrong. No, we can't do an 8-hour special stream today. In fact, we started an hour later than we should have done, but yeah, we were busy with Black Friday and then making dinner.
Yeah.
Surprisingly okay, even though I thought it was going to turn out bad. We had pork belly with barbecue sauce.
Oh, that's because that's the wrong.
And chips with
we're stupid.
apple slaw.
We're not on the right thing. That's why.
Oh, I see.
Garfont's it must be the place in the Wild Tree.
Right, okay.
Oh.
Old Valantia. In
Explore
Garfont.
No, it's where?
Gamer Guy says, here's what you can do. Make it so that people from the event get the Pokemon,
Oh,
and then a month or two later have anyone able to get it in from a coding game if they are inclined. Yeah, just make it accessible to everyone.
Or at least have an event every year.
Well, again, if you have the event but nobody can make it, then it's still
No,
not
but
any
like
useful.
a digital event.
Oh, right, yeah, sure.
You know what I mean? Like, so not like a physical, because I do think that's highly impractical.
Mm-hmm.
Especially at the end of the day, these are kids.
Yeah.
Like, a child's not going to be able to fund that, are they?
No. Well, they'll just bug their mum and dad for it. So. Ilaria says you could also play Tiger for 8 hours before you finish the game.
I have tried playing Tiger. I really have. I haven't, Rob?
I don't know, but not for 8 hours you haven't.
Not for 8 hours, no, because it fucking hurts your
No.
fingers after.
Yeah. So I don't think we'll be doing a salvaging special for 8 hours or anything. Maybe when we get to 500 followers on Twitch, we could do like a special 12-hour stream again.
We need to sort out the prize, don't we?
Yeah. I was gonna say we should get ordering that so it gets here and we can send it off. Yeah, need to sort that out. But don't worry, we will sort that out in time. Or if not, I'll blame Pimmsy.
How do I improve her beguiling charms?
It's been a while since we did a long stream.
This is true.
The main reason that we haven't is because we're playing quite late at night, and obviously Pimmsy has work the next day when we're playing on a Friday. So it's like, I can't really do it for too long. I suppose I could do a stream during the day, but then Pimmsy's like, why have you not tidied the house, Rob? Why have you not done it?
That is not... You're making it sound like I'm such a bitch.
No, I'm not.
You are.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying that I have responsibilities because I'm an adult. I have boys to take care of. I have house to tidy. That's fine, I don't mind.
I also help a bit. You're making it sound like I don't do anything.
No.
I've got I've got 2 jobs.
Yeah.
3 including my own practice.
Mm-hmm.
And I also study. Like, it's not like I've got a lot of time to do. Plus, I help you out with this.
Yep. Gamer Guy says, similarly to One Piece, as the series has gone on for so long, the effective average age of the fan base has gone up and up. I feel like they acknowledged that with Sun and Moon, as that game had a suspiciously larger number of waifu characters.
I haven't actually played that.
Sun and Moon? Yes, you have. You liar.
Barely.
Well, you have played it.
Yeah.
That's very different
I haven't really played it. That's what I said.
You said you haven't played it.
Well, I've played it. Obviously, I played a bit, but I've not played
I'm
it.
kind of hoping that the next Pokemon game in 2019 is going to be like a bit more of a challenge, a bit more streamlined.
What,
or
Eevee and Pikachu?
No, the one after it, next year.
Stone, Moon, and Stars, was it?
Yeah, if it ends up being Pokemon Stars or whatever, I don't know. But basically, I hope that they take the approach of Super Mario Odyssey and Breath of the Wild and just say, hey, you want to play Pokemon? Okay, here's a Pokemon, off you go. And just let you go with it. I think that would be a nice change. And they can still, like, take the traditional aspect and put it into the remakes they do. Whether it's Let's Go Pokemon Pikachu and Eevee, or if they do remakes of Gen 2, Gen 3, Gen 4, Gen 5, etc., etc., etc. Gimme.
Great Earth.
Yeah. Unearth activated. What we got? Ooh, a shiny. Treasure trove. What's in the treasure box? Increase the trust with Wulfric.
No, I was doing, who was I doing?
Electra?
No.
Leave it to me.
Okay, I see.
Because theirs is a bit less.
Mm-hmm.
It's easier to do than trust.
Spirit Lexos.
To be fair, trust, I just need to feed them a lot.
Nopapon's journal.
Whoa!
Greetings! I'm Alizday. That business with the ancient Nopon murals? What's up? Since you got the key, I've been looking at the evidence of ancient Nopon in this place. You know whether the hero's treasure from the mural actually existed or not, but you've just found it. How did you get here? Allow me to explain. Oh, the key in the door of Angenton. Used to be a Nopon base. No wonder that's where the answer would be found. All in a day's work. What was the treasure you found? Money, a book, this. The logbook of the legendary pirate Captain Nopapon. That's pretty neat. I'm anxious to see what it contains, but were you sent here by someone else, perhaps? It wouldn't benefit me to stick my nose into incomplete research. I really think I just ought to wait for the study to be published. Got it. He's gonna let us do the work.
He really wants us to...
He wants us to do the work for him. I'm gonna be tickled pink by this awesome find. Game Guy says, Olivia, Lucamine, Wick. There are others whose names escape me, but those 3 for sure are waifu characters. Yeah, I thought there was a lot of, like, internet buzz around, oh wow, look at these characters. Nintendo's going for the thick thighs and stuff like that.
That was a slog.
But that's just people
fashionable.
on the internet being creepy.
It's fashionable, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Let's see what's happening. Where are you going?
Trying to find.
Well, it says you need to go down.
Yeah, here.
Ah. You need to go inside, don't you?
Yeah. Is it him that sent us?
Oh, no. Well, he is the criminal mastermind, but I don't think we're doing his quest anymore.
No. You bloody.
Nintendo has been going full thick lately. ARMS, Zelda, Sun and Moon in this game.
I
Well-
don't understand.
In some ways, Nintendo seem to have taken the approach of, hey, if we show off the different body styles, people will actually enjoy it. And I think that more game publishers should do that. Like, when was the last time you saw a fat lady in a game?
Bat,
Yeah.
you were so rude.
When was the last time you saw a fat man in a game? Seriously, because I remember the fairies in Breath of the Wild are not slim, so, you know, they clearly have taken that approach. Now, obviously, it's not like they're ever going to make a fat Link,
What's
right?
the next destination?
Breath of the Wild did have a fat character.
They had loads of fat characters. I just said the fairies.
Not the fairies. The
Go
king
on.
was fat.
Yeah, I guess.
Maybe near some
He was more top-heavy than anything.
There were also loads of fat NPCs.
Oh yeah, there's loads of villagers. But I was going to get onto the point that there's not going to be a fat Link ever because it makes no sense. Why would it,
Well,
an
he's an
adventuring
athlete.
why would an adventuring hero have a beer gut? It's like those fan arts of what if Link was old and he's got like a really silvery beard.
Well, he'll
And
get old eventually. I think that it would make sense to be larger if you were like a magician or something, or like
like if you didn't have to actually do anything physical.
you just have to wiggle your stick at people.
Mm.
Like I would get very fat doing that. I wouldn't even move to get a cup of tea. I'd just just summon it.
Gamer Guy says, I've seen that meme too. The new head of Nintendo with a picture of Zelda's booty from Breath of the Wild with the caption of, you know what our game needs more of? Big booties. Oh, yeah. Oh, Larry makes a good point. The Queen of Uriah is fat.
She's not.
Yes, she is. You... Okay. You don't even know what she looks like, do you?
She's not fat. She's large.
She's large, yes.
Fat isn't a horrible word.
Well,
No
it's only
pun
horrible if you
intended.
take it to be horrible. Because
It is horrible.
it's not like this character's got feelings. She's a fictional thing.
Let's go.
resume the
Alright, here's one for you. Would you consider the Nopon fat?
No.
They're just fluffy?
Or potentially they can fly. So
Or
they can't be that
rotund?
fat.
Because there's not a thin Nopon, is there? They all have their potato-shaped body. So in that case, what's the difference between an adventuring Nopon and one that just sits at home playing Tiger Tiger all day? Because there doesn't seem to be much of a difference.
Hmm.
Gamer Guy says, fat's got levels to it. The Queen of Uriah is just slightly overweight. Yeah, I suppose. We should just say she's overweight. She is, what's the term? Horizontally challenged?
Thick.
Yeah. Uncover the truth.
Right, now something else that I wanted to do.
So what
before
truth
we-
did you uncover, Pimmsy?
I wasn't really paying up.
No, it's like...
So another truth that
mm,
another truth I want to uncover. I want to go to not Banner's bedroom, Tora's house,
yeah.
because there was a notebook. Do you remember?
No.
It was to do with Poppy.
That was probably 80 hours ago.
It's quite a while ago, but it was after we got Poppy Cutie Pie, so it wasn't that long ago.
eye out for
You're right, it must only be 40 hours ago.
Ooh, Cosette's kitchen.
Ta-da!
Anything becomes edible
This
as
isn't anything to do with what I was just doing.
I
just
know.
wanted to
Well, basically, you're just ticking off all the different quests you've got assigned to you because it'll just like stain your brain if you don't get rid of them. Also, I think there was like an affinity thing to do with Crossette with her cooking,
Probably.
but
We
can
I'll do this first.
you
yeah.
can do that, sort that out.
Oh, I need to do that.
Oh! Pot au feu. No more honey.
I'm sure I have to feed somebody that.
I that does sound familiar. Whether it's Crossette,
I'm pretty sure it's
be
Crossette.
might be a point to look at.
Yeah, we'll have a look in a minute.
Look forward to that later.
I'll have a look in a minute.
Well, you went to the wrong thing. You need to go to Crossette.
No, that wasn't what I meant. I
Ardent cooking.
still need to do this, but I need to feed Crossette it separately.
Molten salsa sounds wrong.
This is really hot salsa, isn't it? Makes
Yeah.
your insides turn to liquid.
Yeah.
I know a few salsas that do that. Right, I'm sure it was croissant, wasn't it?
Crossette.
Yeah.
Yeah, two.
right.
Oh, hang on.
It was used 2 of them.
Yeah, but what's after that?
We'll find out in a minute.
Well, okay. Use. Ta-da.
Right, so that should have.
No. Oh, okay. I thought you had to back out the screen.
No predicament.
Okay.
Aquapil Pazza.
Sorry, I know this isn't very interesting.
No, it's basically affinity grinding. I did not expect you to do any story today. So. Ooh, you got 2. Nice.
Do I need to?
Yeah, you need to. Game Guy says, to put it simply, there is a decent chunk of risk with making obese girls in games. You can do whatever you want to male characters and no one will care, but females lead to oversensitivity
Super
due
cakes.
to our evolution.
Adam's soup. I don't think I have Adam's super cakes.
Probably not. Alphabetical. Ember cakes.
Where?
Oh,
They're not super cakes.
I know, but oh well.
Matt,
Yeah, I mean, it's always a bit awkward because we have this society that basically dictates
Yeah,
that
that's not right. I don't know why.
women should be thin and look pretty and everything, but that is often not the case. But it's the same thing as like Hollywood saying, "Hey, no balding men, not allowed. Goodbye, Brendan Fraser. You are no longer
We
available
were
to
literally
work."
talking about that.
Yeah, we're talking about you. That's why I'm
what
talking about
What
it.
did we go and see?
We went to see Robin Hood.
Hood. Most unforgettable film ever.
Unforgettable.
Wait, most forgettable film.
Yeah.
Right, so we need to do the following data inputs. So Bulge
Bulge
Harbor.
Harbor. Beam Barrage Special.
So, okay. So from playing Ether Cannon. using
So,
Blade.
yeah, so that should be Poppy use Beam Barrage Special. Yeah?
Right. Just Poppy.
Uh-huh. From... Oh.
See, this is what I'm saying. Right, I think.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Right, can you just get that text
I
up
am
online?
not doing that.
Can you
Skip
get-
this quest,
No,
I
no,
don't
no.
care.
No, get the text up online, please, so then we can just refer to it.
No, just do a different
All right,
quest.
then take pictures of it then, if you're not going to get the text up.
I'll get the text up, but we're not doing that quest now.
Yeah.
Fuck that. That's like 20 blades.
Yeah, it's fine.
No, it's not fine.
It's not
Do
20,
something
it's
else
like
that's more
5.
interesting.
It's not a problem.
It is a problem. I have to
No,
sit
right, I'm
through
going to
it.
Bulge Harbor, right?
Right,
Is it-
what's the quest called? I'll count how many blades you have to use.
I think you've got to use 5.
Yeah, what's the quest called?
It's called... It isn't a quest. Letter for Torah.
Letter for Torah. Okay.
It was... Where was it? It was Ohio, wasn't it? Bulge Harbor.
There is no chance I'm sitting through
Where's
that.
Bulge Harbor?
Jeez.
Is it in this one? Oh no, I bet you it's in...
Shiny new power? Hang on. Oh, that does say Bulge Harbor. Alright, let's see. Shiny new power is a... Ooh.
Where's
oh,
Bulge Harbor?
I see.
Where's Bulge Harbor?
Bulge Harbor is...
Is it in Moradin?
Were you gonna let me say? Or...
Go on then.
No. Go on.
You know
you know where
talk.
Bulge Harbor is.
No, I don't. I asked you.
No, I know you don't.
Oh, stop being a
Let's see.
douchebag.
So you've got the quest from Tatazo at Tora's house. After completing it, okay. So you need to go to Moradane.
To Bulge Harbor.
In the old factory. So I assume there's a harbour. Go to the harbour. My boy's wicked smart. Let's see.
Is it ether cannon first?
You know what? This wiki's great. You know, it says, try using Beam Barrage Special of Girl Type Ether Cannon using Common Blade Mare. So that's the actual text, yeah?
Yeah.
Doesn't say which one to use.
Yeah, you
Good
use any.
wiki. Good wiki.
Well, it said ether cannon, didn't it?
Yes. I like the top comment on here. This might be the most obnoxious side quest I've ever experienced. I have used so many core crystals, I've yet to get a giant with a mega lance or a boy with a katana. I have 5 girls of each, but no, this quest has to be so picky. So you might not even have the blades to do this yet.
I'm sure it'll be special blades. Right, so it was, what was it, the first one?
So, you need Beam Barrage Special of Girl using Ether Cannon.
Right, so I need somebody using an ether
It says
cannon.
Common Blade as well, not a rare blade.
It has to be common.
That's what it says. Try using Beam Barrage Special of Girl Type Ether Cannon using Common Blade. Meh. Yeah, let's do a different quest, shall we?
Oh no, come on, we can do this. Right,
Okay, well that's going to be the rest of the stream, so I hope you guys are ready for that.
Primitive Knuckles. Ball. What was it? Ether Cannon. Lance.
Beam
katana,
Barrage Special
rings,
of Girl Type
knuckles,
Ether
katana,
Cannon using Common Blade.
Rings. Katana. Cannon.
And while Pimsy's searching, I'll read the chat.
Cannon.
Our
Is that a girl?
evolution.
That's a girl, isn't it?
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Our evolution is made up of. What?
How do I use it? Where do I do it? Where? What do I do?
What? What are you talking about? Just use the Beam Barrage Special.
How? Where?
In a fight.
There's no fucking enemies here.
Well, find one. Pick a fight. I don't know what you're supposed to do. It's Bulge Harbor. You're here. You need to fight stuff.
There's nothing here.
Well, kill something.
There is nothing here.
Kill something anyway. I don't know. Find one. Oh, this is where we fought Mikhail and Petroka.
Yeah.
Interesting. Anyway, Gamer Guy says, our evolution has made up protective of females as it was essential to our species' survival at one point, but now that is less the case, and these bits of oversensitivity are holdovers from our evolutionary code being left over in our genes. Giving evolution the fault is making it a little bit too easy here. There are men who are oversensitive as well, says Olari. Men are replaceable and disposable in history and evolution's view, so we have no less sympathy for them.
How am I supposed to use it when there's literally
No
nothing
enemies.
to kill? Level 90 fucking 4.
Yeah, maybe don't try.
Yeah,
Wait, those are just drivers, aren't they?
this is gonna be really hard.
Yeah. Well, all you need to do is use the Beam Barrage Special of Kohaku. So go on, Pimsy, what interesting topics have you got to think about while we're doing this quest?
Opinions on the films we've seen would be good.
Yeah, sure.
So we went to see Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, and we also went to see Robin Hood recently.
So I post Twitter reviews of the movies we see, so if anyone's not seen them, you can... Yeah. Because I do like a little hashtag because, you know...
It's going to be really hard to do this.
Well, pick another fight with someone else then. I do my hashtag RiggyRob reviews because, you know, alliteration's cool. So you can find those over on our Twitter at RiggyRob on Twitter.
I think I used the special. How
Did
do I
you?
know if I did?
This was the fault of
No idea. Does it say when you've done it? I don't think it does.
We should definitely try to learn from this.
So, on the Robin Hood one, I said that it was pretty much a naff premise.
Why are all of the enemies like 90 now?
I don't know. Why don't you just leave and go somewhere else? You probably don't need to use the Beam Barrage Special in Bulge Harbor. You can probably go outside some more day.
I'm sure it... Right, can you find out on the objectives then? Because I have obviously... No.
You've obviously made the wrong choice to do this quest on stream.
There's no enemies here, that's why I'm saying.
No enemies, okay. Shiny new power. Let's go through the walkthrough from Neo Seeker. Okay, so The instructions require you to test out a variety of moves using common blades to collect special data. You'll simply need to use the required special move of each specific common blade to accomplish this. So you don't necessarily need to be in Bulge Harbor.
Right, I didn't know that.
Once you've finished gathering the data, then head to Bulge Harbor in the old factory, and you look for a Nopon standing on top of some crates.
Okay.
Okay.
Right, okay. In that case, we'll just quickly find an easier area to be in
Yeah.
than this.
The one that's murdering you.
Yeah, literally.
So yes, I posted the reviews of the films we watched. So Robin Hood 2018, kind of forgettable, like Pimmsy said. I did like Jamie Foxx and Ben Mendelsohn in it, but Taron Egerton has acted and done a much better performance in other films than he did in Robin Hood. He could have been replaced by any generic white young
And I fancy him
male
a
actor.
lot. He's really good.
Yeah.
I like him a lot, but he was very, very disappointing.
See, I was going to say that the archery, you know, the stunt archery that they do in the film was actually quite impressive. But then I realized that we didn't watch the film. And we didn't. If we had not seen that YouTube video where they were doing the behind the scenes thing, we wouldn't know that that was actually real because it looks like CGI, and a lot of it probably is.
Right, Assault Rush, Boy Type.
Knuckle Claws, Common Blade. So that was Robin Hood. It's got some interesting scenes, I thought, but on the whole, it's kind of like switch your brain off and just enjoy the action scenes movie. And also we saw Fantastic Beasts as well, and I did not very much like Fantastic Beasts. I said the visual flair and everything that was related to beasts was actually fantastic, pun intended. But the plot was a bit meandering, and the film
Insulting.
was edited poorly. In fact, I said appallingly. And yeah, we're not going to go into the plot itself because there's quite a few things that do happen, which would be of interest to most people. But it's like, it feels like a filler movie, knowing that there are 5 films in the franchise deal thing. It very much feels like nothing happened in Crimes of Grindelwald. It was just set up.
Just ready, preparing for the next one.
Yeah, so... then, what did we see before Crimes of Grindelwald? Pimmsy's mind's gone blank.
Sorry, I'm trying to kill stuff. I can't remember what we saw last. Oh, no, we saw, the one with Mr. Bean in it.
Sorry?
Johnny English.
Yeah, that was a while ago. Like, we saw Halloween after that.
There you go, Halloween then.
Really? We didn't see a film between Crimes of Grindelwald and Halloween?
I think so.
I suppose, actually, if we saw Halloween towards the end of Halloween, maybe even the start of November. Yeah, Halloween, it seemed like a pretty decent, faithful remake / reimagining of the Halloween series, but as people who have not seen Halloween films, it's like, yeah. There's a few creepy scenes in it, which is like, hey, here's the shape dropping teeth over the cubicle stall. It's like, ugh. But the rest of it was kind of like, nah.
I don't know what else we've seen. Can you think?
Nope, I can't think. Gamer Guy says, woo! Why are you attacking this cute boy? Because Pimmsy likes picking a fight with level 81 enemies that will destroy her.
You're going to destroy me.
Ugh. I don't know, why are you not picking a smaller enemy to beat up?
Because I have to use specials.
So
it's easier to get up my specials when you've got something that doesn't die in the first 3 hits.
No, I suppose. You get away with that one. So yes, Halloween was kind of like, yeah, okay, whatever. It's not an astounding film in general. Like, my top tier horror film is Get Out, and then probably It Follows is below that. So
No, Hannibal's got to be number 1.
but it's not really. I wouldn't count it as a horror film though.
It's literally about people eating.
Yeah,
people.
but I suppose it is a horror film. You can't discount it. But at the same time, it's like 30 years old now, so It's not quite the same anymore. So yeah. So Get Out is my top tier horror film. Even that's not really much of a horror film. It's more of a thriller.
Exactly.
But it's done in a really good way, and it's a really clever film as well, which is why I consider it top tier horror film. Because I'm not a massive fan of horror.
Stop sitting on me.
Pimmsy loves horror, but I'm not a massive fan of it.
I haven't actually seen that many horror films, so like.
You're dying to see horror films.
I love to see horror films.
Yeah.
That's not what I said. I said I haven't seen that many.
But
Oh,
you
come
watch
on,
them,
get him back.
You watch them whenever you get a chance to. Like, you literally watched Sabrina, The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, just because it was horror and it was on Netflix and
I
you could
haven't
watch
seen
it.
it all.
No, but you put it on and you watched like 5 episodes.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
You haven't been keeping track of the episodes, have you?
No.
See, this is the problem, guys. Netflix leads to binge watching.
It does. Serial TV watching.
Gaming Guy says, I don't know anything about horror films, maybe horror games to some extent. I know Amnesia The Dark Descent is one of the best horror games.
Oh.
See, that's where Pimmsy's different, is that she would be scared shitless playing horror games.
I don't like horror games at all.
Maybe we should make you play a horror game next Halloween. How about that?
No.
Would that be fun? I think that would be fun.
No, that was not.
See, that's kind of how, you know, the Let's Play / streaming craze began. It was, hey, here's a scary game. I like to watch people shit themselves live. Well, not like literally shit themselves, but, you know, they get really scared and their reactions are shown on a webcam. And that's kind of how PewDiePie got massively famous. And, you know, streaming kind of does the same kind of thing. You get to see someone's live reaction and it's just hilarious. Like, there was the guy playing Outlast 2 and he's got like a green screen so behind his chair, so it looks like he's in the game almost. He was getting to a scary bit and something off screen happened and then he just started screaming, going, ah, ah, ah. And then he calmed down a little bit, and then he picked up his son, who had walked in and scared him. That was the most viewed clip on Twitch for a while. So, yeah, that's horror games are really popular for that.
Yeah.
So we should make Pimmsy do it, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
let's do that. Let's do that sometime.
Let's not do that.
Some of the earliest was PewDiePie, Markiplier, and Cryotic playing Amnesia.
Come on, change those. Oh, no, no,
Oh,
no, no, no,
you're
no,
dead.
no, I'm not. I'm
You're
fine.
going to.
Oh, good.
Ooh.
We're good, we're good.
Ooh. Oh.
Look, check this out. Boing.
I will check that out.
You see?
Reset Punch. That's a cool name for an attack.
That is a cool name for that. To do that, and then I'll be able to do water, like this.
Water. You must flow like water.
There we go, and then I'll be able to do this in a minute. Come on.
Slam attack.
Come on, Zeke.
Have you done the special?
Yay.
So you could leave the battle right now and it would count.
Huh?
If you left the battle right now, would it
I'm
count?
pretty sure, yeah.
Okay, so why don't you do that?
Because I want to kill this man. Oh, what? Yeah, we go. There.
Wow, it's doing a Kamehameha.
Huh?
It was doing a beam of light from its hands.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh,
It was orange
cool.
rather than blue, but still, that was a Kamehameha.
So now I need to do. Yeah, right. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna do.
Rotsbart got a boosto from Xenoblade 1. He can now fire a laser from his hands. Yeah, I literally just saw it with the Kamehameha. Reset Punch would make a good Pokemon move, maybe like a 50 to 70 power normal fighting move that resets stat changes on the target here. I think that would be... If it was 70 power, that would be too strong. I think 50 power would be enough. Because the utility comes from resetting stat boosts. So if you have, for example, someone trying to set up swords dances or... Well, actually, no. Sword dances might not necessarily be a problem. It's when they have speed boosts, like actual speed boost or, you know, maybe the stored power like defense power, attack power, things like that. I was basing the 50 power off of Clear Smog. It does it to all mons and is also 50. Yeah, I think 50 power would be enough because it's the utility of resetting stat changes. Now, for it to actually be worth it, I think you would have to have extra priority on the attack. Because otherwise, if the Pokemon you're trying to use it against has more speed than you, they'll outspeed you and probably kill you. So you need to have extra priority on the reset punch, and then it works. And to be fair, again, it's a 50 power attack that's got extra priority. That's not that strong.
There we go.
Bullet punch is 40, and you know you get stab and technician off that as well. So you know it could work, I reckon.
Here we go, Zenobia. She's so cool.
Ta-da.
And then
Splish.
after this,
Destroy! The utility of resetting stat changes is an attacking move. This is specific because Taunt stops you from using Haze or Roar.
Nah.
That's a good point, actually. Didn't think about Taunt. Ooh,
I don't have anything I can use. Do I?
Pick something.
She's strongest, so she should be able to smash them.
Smashy! No. Lame.
Blah, blah, blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Guess I'm gonna have to use Herald.
Harold! Let's just see you not break any of them now.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Way. All that
was
build
really,
up.
really unlucky, wasn't it?
All that build up. Well, no, because you clearly didn't have the blaze to break them in the first place, so you could have tried that later on and it wouldn't have worked. Come on. Come on, big monkey. We're going to stop you from turning Super Saiyan now. Cut off your tail. Oh, yeah, you did it.
I wish I'd done the full burst.
Does Pimmsy feel satisfied?
What was
Yeah.
hang on, right. So,
Hmm?
okay, so I've just got 3 more. So, Dual Fang.
Doggy type.
Right, okay, so Twin Rings,
Yep.
Common Blade. Doesn't matter about gender.
I wasn't paying attention to the chain to say what, if anything, Pimmsy could have done better with that attack. It's fine. She managed to kill the thing anyway, so it's not like she needs to worry
That's
about that.
probably why I didn't have a gender.
My mind was off in Pokemon
Animal.
min-maxing land.
Okay, so now I need to find another strong enemy. Ooh, I know one.
Do you?
Yeah,
Go on.
he's asleep though.
Oh, you're talking about the T-Rex that's going to kill you?
No, I already killed that.
Yeah, but I thought you were going to do a rematch and lose.
No. I'm going to go and kill Mr. Sleepy.
Okay.
You know who I'm talking about now?
No. It's basically going to be Drago versus Creed, with Pimmsy being Creed.
It's up here, I think, if I remember correctly.
That means she's going to get murdered.
Probably. I've never killed it yet. I never
No.
killed that though either. Managed to do
No, I
that.
suppose not.
Like, not trying to sound arrogant or anything, but I thought I did pretty well there.
Well, no,
Considering I'm
it's
using
like
a common blade.
you could say, "Oh yeah, that Rotzbart has never killed me." You know, it's like, well, you haven't fought it yet, so of course it's not killed you.
That's killed me loads.
Yeah, I know, but I was saying that if you were trying to brag and say, "Yeah, you know that super strong enemy, it hasn't killed me yet," it's like, well, of course not. You haven't fought
Right,
it.
it should be.
You haven't fought it, you coward. Although, to be fair, Pimmsy's more of the bang the head against the wall and say, "Yeah, I'm going to try and kill this thing that's
This
way
isn't
too
the right
over-leveled
way.
for me."
Shit, I can't remember where it is. Wait, maybe I need to go there.
Hmm.
I'm trying to remember where this enemy is.
So can you not like do the special on these level 20s that are roaming around?
It might kill him. I might kill him before I can charge up my level 1, 2, or 3. I don't know what one it is. Dual Fang. It's probably level 3.
Maybe.
Oh, found him.
Hello. Hello, Mr. Pokemon.
He's like a Slowbro.
No, he's more like a Slack-off.
Snorlax.
No,
He
Slack-off.
is actually very like a Slack-off.
Yeah. Well, Slack-off is a sloth.
Slack King, isn't it?
Yeah, Slacking is the gorilla. Yeah, you're right. Immovable Gonzalez.
He just obliterated me last time.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. He's gonna obliterate you now.
Probably. To be fair, I've got a better chance of doing it now than I ever have.
Mm-hmm. So guys, obviously it's been Black Friday, so happy Thanksgiving for everyone who's based in the US for yesterday.
Oh yeah, it was Thanksgiving. I forget that
They celebrate
being released from England.
Yeah.
No, it's something to do with Boston Tea Party, isn't it?
No.
Oh, I don't know anything about
Pimsy's
that.
showing her lack of US knowledge again.
Yeah, I don't think.
No, you're thinking of Independence Day, which is when
Is that not the same thing?
America seceded from the United Kingdom and became an independent state.
Oh god.
Or United States, basically. No, Thanksgiving is more about the Puritans, I believe, when they first came and settled on the land. Hence why they have the whole thing of, yeah, let's have this holiday
I
that...
can't use the damn special.
What? Why not?
Because it's got, look, do you see the cloud around my head?
Oh, because, yeah. Immovable Gonzalez is too strong.
Ooh!
Ooh.
It's that on Zeke.
Zeke dead. So no, Thanksgiving is when all the Americans say, I am thankful for the food on my plate. And then they say...
Which is actually very nice.
Yeah, that is a nice sentiment to have. But then you say, yeah, I suppose you're also thankful for all the land you took from the Native Americans, right? Yeah. Come on. Oh, you can't even save Morag. You ain't got no chain built. Gaby Guy says, Slacking is indeed a gorilla. He's kind of one of my favorite Pokemon, mainly because I appreciate the creativity of a Pokemon with huge stats and a bad ability.
I'm dead.
I reckon they should make more Pokemon like that. Like,
No!
I mean, it is a bit disappointing that you can't really use Archeops because once it goes under half health, it loses half of its stats. But more Pokemon with having like absolutely huge stats in certain areas, but just making them a little bit unusable in some way. Like Slacking, you can't use every other turn, so you could just use Protect and then do whatever you want on it.
I'm gonna kill enemies around
Regigigas.
here because I think I need to kill stuff. Regigigas, is that the sword one?
No, it's the legendary Pokemon that's got massive stats, but it's got the ability Slow Start, so its speed is cut in half for the first 5 turns in battle. And that's actually really bad because most Pokemon battles can end in 5 turns or less. Regigigas is a legendary with identical stat totals to Slacking, but Slacking is far stronger. Yeah, mainly because Slacking gets to use its attacks to its full power. Like, a Slacking with Geiger Impact can one-shot a lot of Pokemon, no matter what. Whereas Regigigas is kind of screwed. Regigigas' ability is far, far too crippling. Yeah. I suppose the other alternative to take is Pokemon that have got, you know, pretty bad stat totals, but have amazing abilities. Like, almost like Shedinja, but Shedinja actually has quite a lot of weaknesses, so its ability is not all that great. But more Pokemon having stuff like that, let's say, yeah, I've only got 1 defense, but if I use a certain move, I become completely invincible. That would be an interesting kind of thing. I think they kind of did that with Aegislash, with the whole defense form, attack form thing. But, you know, more creativity in Pokemon is always appreciated. Especially when it comes to Pokemon design, because when, like, I don't know if this exists. Is there a dolphin Pokemon? Because we were talking about that a while back, and I don't think there is one, is there?
That would be a Google thing, because I can't think right now.
I don't think there is one. There's a lot of untapped potential.
It's my favourite animal.
Hmm?
It's my favourite.
What is?
The dolphin.
Really? Not even a cat?
No, dolphins always been my favourite ever since I was little.
Interesting.
Touched upon, you know. Did you know?
No.
Google it.
Nah.
Come on, because I'm playing the game, please.
What?
Do it on my phone if you
What are you doing? What?
Just Google dolphin Pokemon, see what comes up.
There aren't going to be any.
You don't know.
Gamer Guy says,
Seems
I
like
can't
Alolan
believe they
would
haven't
be-
buffed Regigigas' ability yet. Slow start should have been buffed to only nerf its attack by 25% rather than 50%. I don't know. Maybe 25% would be a little bit too much of a buff. I don't know. Dolphin Pokemon.
Like Alolan there should be one.
There should have been one, yeah. But,
It makes sense.
like, the closest thing is Gorbis, which doesn't really look like a Pokemon at all. A dolphin at
no,
all.
it doesn't look like a dolphin.
Just lame. People keep saying there is no bottlenose dolphin Pokemon, but there is. It is.
Oh, see, I'm not even getting.
They say that Lantern is a bottlenose dolphin.
It's not.
No, it's an anglerfish. Come on, come on. You answered your own argument. Yes. Alari says, I usually just have Pokemon in my team I like because of the design.
Yeah, I must have been much the same.
That's kind of how gym leaders work, isn't it? Like,
No, I actually look. Well, yeah, like Misty had all water Pokemon, for example. No, I like to have a varied range of types.
well,
personally.
yeah, that's kind of what the games gear you towards. You know, so they'll say, hey, if you only have one type of Pokemon in your party, you'll have a real bad time if you meet something that you're weak against. And then you'll be like, but what if I don't see that thing that I'm weak against? And you'll be like, well, yeah, I guess you could just
Well, that's
steamroll
why-
everything in the game.
And that's why Dragon type was so OP at the time. It didn't have many weaknesses.
Mm-hmm.
It's got lots of weaknesses now, though.
Yeah, ideally you will have a balanced team, that is right. But no, I think gym leaders in Pokemon games usually go by the design of the Pokemon, not necessarily if it's a good one or not.
I always have a Vulpix if I can.
Yeah, and Vulpix is a cute style Pokemon to have, and you would not evolve that into a Ninetales because it becomes considerably less cute. Although, unless it's the Alolan Ninetales, which would be much nicer than the normal one, I say.
I've not actually seen the Alolan bit. I've not played it a lot. I need to.
As long as you don't have a crippling weakness to one type, you'll be fine. I think Water is objectively the best Pokemon type if you were ever going to do like a one-type run, because
Well, you
it's
can
got
surf.
it's got the most useful hidden moves. So Surf, Waterfall.
No, I don't think so.
Go on.
Flight is much better.
In
It's
terms
the best
of
hidden move.
Fly.
Yeah,
Okay, whatever.
because then you can get everywhere. You can warp.
Yeah, but you can't cross oceans.
Yes, you can.
No, because the
Once
way.
you've found it.
Yeah, but you need Surf first. You can't fly to places you haven't been.
Pick this up.
That's why Surf is objectively better, because you can get to those places initially. Then Fly works. But without being there in the first place, Fly doesn't work.
Alright, okay. In that context, yeah, but
Yeah.
like at the end of the game.
Like that's what I'm
Fly's
talking
much
about. I'm talking about Water is objectively the best. Flying is a good one to have Fly, but it's not the best. Larry says, most of the time I've got 2 fire types on my team, but that's not an issue for the game. And Gamer Guy says, in some ways, the gym leaders specializing in types is good for them. Most teams only have 1 answer or 2 to a type. Once they remove that threat, they can body your whole team.
Okay, right, that should have done it.
Well, that's the other thing. Like, Water type is a really good type because it's only got 2 weaknesses.
So what do I need to do now?
Axe throw with Great Axe.
Boy, great axe.
Yeah.
Got ya.
So, obviously, a type with only 2 weaknesses is going to be objectively better than most of the other types that have got multiple weaknesses. Like, if you're a water ground Pokemon, you lose your electricity weakness for a double weakness to grass. But that's the only thing you've got. So, if they don't have a grass Pokemon, you're sitting pretty. I think, what else was there? Yeah, I think
there.
water is just an all-round good type. Let's see. The best type for a single type team is electric. They only have 1 weakness, and there are flying Pokemon and levitating ones to counter that weakness. I suppose, but you don't have many hidden machines that are electric, if any, because Flash isn't one anymore. Flash, best HM, fight me. It's not a hidden machine anymore, so
Do you remember defog?
Oh yeah, people hated defog, and then they actually made it useful for competitive battling, and now they're like, oh yeah, defog's great. Steel is another great single type team because they resist so much and are only weak to 3 things. Remove those answers and you wall things for days. No, I've always said I like steel type Pokemon. Like my favorite Pokemon to have would be a Steelix, specifically the shiny version because it's nice and gold. You don't get many gold Pokemon. I think Steel's the most interesting type anyway. Like you get Magnezone.
Most of the metal ones.
You get
Are gold,
Aggron.
they're shiny.
What else? I had like a whole team.
Metang.
Oh yeah, Metagross. That's a good one. There's probably a Steel Dragon at some point. Oh, Dialga. Yeah, Steel Dragon. Can't remember what else Steel types there are that are good.
What's the flying one?
Steel Flying. Skarmory.
Yeah, I like that one.
The Metal Bird. Yeah. Gyarados has a double weakness to electric. I don't get why everyone loves Gyarados.
When I was in school, somebody made a Skarmory out of pop cans.
Oh, good for
It
them.
was really cool. Like Coca-Cola cans and that. It was one of the A-level projects or something. Can't remember quite what. It was really cool.
I think the reason why people like Gyarados is because Magikarp was in Generation 1, and so is Gyarados, obviously.
I leveled the Magikarp up to level 100 once.
Did you evolve it at level 99?
No, I didn't evolve it.
So you just leveled it up to 100?
Yeah, as somebody told me if you did that, it made it shiny.
Wow,
It didn't make it shiny.
no. But even then, a shiny Magikarp's gold. Like, I really like that colour.
Yeah. And the level 100 one's pretty strong.
So Gyarados people like because it's got a lot of nostalgia on because it's in the first generation. It's very intimidating looking because it's like a Chinese water dragon or a Chinese dragon spirit thing. And getting a Gyarados from a Magikarp is a satisfying feeling. Like raising it up from a rubbish Pokemon into an actually really good one is just a good feeling overall. Steelix is my favorite Pokemon, says Gamer Guy, and I have a legit shiny one. I think I have a legit shiny Onix somewhere that I just never evolved.
I got a legit shiny Cider. And it was in a Nuzlocke challenge. Just gotta say. That's really hard.
Yeah. Gyarados has Intimidate to cover his mediocre physical defense. His special defense and HP is amazing. It has huge attack and can learn Dragon Dance to set up and sweep. Do you know what Pokemon got shafted? Milotic. Yeah, I think it did.
It's quite hard to get.
That's the problem. It's got shafted because it's like, oh, you need to raise its beauty stat. And then they just decided, yeah, we're not going to bother with beauty anymore, so we're just going to have it trade using an item. You know, I think we're at the point now where there are lots of Pokemon, and there are lots of Pokemon that you'll just forget about. Like, if you tried to name all the Pokemon now, I would probably struggle to name more than 300. Maybe 350. Although, no, actually, scrap that. I can probably name more than 350, but doing it in order would be impossible.
That is absolutely impossible, yeah.
Or even just remembering the names of all of them would be hard to do.
Here's a question though: if you were given the name of the Pokemon, would you be able to say the type?
Oh yeah, I reckon
any
I could.
Pokemon.
I reckon I could. It might be a bit trickier with the Sun and Moon ones because I haven't seen as much of those because I stopped playing the games. But I reckon I could. Like Pimmsy, what is Crabrawler?
I didn't say I could do it.
Oh, but you played Pokemon Moon.
Barely.
I know. Gyarados got all kinds of love, but Milotic got nothing. I saw a funny name for Milotic in a competitive game once. It was named Tom Brady, and I couldn't figure out why. Then he explained it was because you never want to see it on opposite sides of the field. We don't know who Tom Brady is. We're just going to let that sit for all the, North American people, if he's Canadian rather than US. Yeah, we don't know who Tom Brady is.
I do know. I know the name. I'm just trying to put a face to it. Put a picture up on the thing.
He's a really good American football player.
I'm sure I've seen him. Are you not putting a picture up?
No. The Titans were showing the patch the finger in their last game. I don't think you'll have ever seen Tom Brady. I think...
I have seen him, but it's probably on Imgur.
Oh, yeah, that'll be it. Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying I've seen him watching anything.
Everything is dominated by the Americans. Imgur, YouTube, Twitch, Google, everything.
Maybe if I kill this, I'll... See, this is the problem. I'm killing them before I can charge up my level 3.
You get the thing
That's
behind
what
it.
I was... what do you think I'm bloody trying to do?
I don't know. Looks like you're dying to me.
Oh, don't. That noise, it haunts me.
It haunts me so. So are you going to try and complete this quest line that you're on now, yeah?
Yeah, and then I'll continue with a bit of story.
Really? Continue with a bit of story?
Do you not want me to?
You haven't got much story to go.
Yeah, but there's DLC as well.
Oh yeah, there's like I've been wanting you to get onto the DLC for a while.
I know.
So if you accidentally trigger the end of the game and Reaper's not here to see it, I'll be like, well, Pimmsy's fault because she's won the playing.
I don't know if people don't come in.
No, it's not about that. It's about, hey, Pimmsy's playing the end of the game. Absolutely no fanfare around it because she spent the first hour and a half doing side quests.
Is Reaper gone?
What?
Did Reaper come today?
No, not yet.
What have you called the stream?
I called it Monado Sword Art Online.
Because we've been watching. Sword Art
Exactly.
Online.
Yeah.
I like it.
I couldn't really think up of an anime pun, so I was like, yeah, just pick Sword Art Online. That's an easy one. It's not even factual because there's no Monado in this game.
There is, just not an actual Monado.
Yeah,
It's
that's
images
what
of
I'm
it.
getting at. Like,
There's
yeah.
echoes of it, but it's not.
What about Sword Art Online? We've just been watching it recently on Netflix.
I mean, I watched the original series, but then they've got season 2 and season 3 on.
Oh, speaking of, you finished season 2, didn't you?
Yeah, I've finished season 2.
Are we talking about how it's shit and that Kirito's a boring main character on the level of Rex? Yeah,
He ain't
kind
that
of.
boring. He's very popular with the ladies, which I don't really understand.
Well, it's an anime trope, isn't it? It's like, yes, my milkshake brings all the girls to the yard kind of thing with main characters in anime. I kind of want anime to go back to the Full Metal Alchemist style stuff. Or the Death Note style stuff, even. Because recently I've noticed these shonens are like, the structuring of the episodes is not particularly great. Like, they'll have a recap of every episode. And
Aerial shields.
when you think about it, when you're watching Full Metal Alchemist, the first one, or Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, they didn't do the recap thing. But I guess that's just the difference between...
They did.
I don't think they did. Maybe it was a narrator thing that I'm misremembering.
Shield.
But I'm pretty sure it didn't happen in the first anime series.
What's the shield?
And it makes sense in some ways in terms of, hey, people are watching this show on a weekly basis,
Wait, what?
so they need a recap of what happened last week.
Hold up a second.
Yes.
Type hammer.
Yeah.
Hammer.
Yeah.
What is that though? 'Cause
It's a
not-
hammer.
It's not called a hammer though.
What are you talking about? Of course it's called a hammer. Like, what would it be called instead?
I don't know. I don't think I have anybody with hammer.
Well, do some core crystals.
Well, I mean, I could just. Yeah, right.
You don't have any female hammer bros.
Well, yeah, but I could just see if anybody else has any. But it's
Oh,
not
well,
gonna.
if you...
It's not gonna hurt though, is it?
Well, I don't know. I mean, are you only using Nia for this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just because it's easier to have the first one.
Alright. Let's see. Kirito is a harem main character in a normal anime. That's why he's bad. Malus's weapon looks like a Monado. It does actually a little bit. So does Rex, technically, because it's red. But... The dude from Monster Musume literally barely has a face and is called Darling and not his name, just to make him more and more forgettable. Well, it might be because you're using bravery boosters.
Well, that's fine.
And the recaps on the episodes are because they're weekly. But I swore...
Is that a hammer?
Yes, that's a hammer.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it not an axe?
I don't know. Where did you set them? That's a lance. Did you not just set
There we are.
primitive hammer? And it needed to be a girl, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you got
I
it.
think it was. Let me see. Was it?
Ooh, girl type.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I understand that the recaps are because it's on a weekly basis, but it's like... It didn't happen in the first anime series of Full Metal Alchemist, and pretty sure it didn't happen in Brotherhood, but I might be wrong about that. And it's just like, well, I'm trying to watch all these episodes one after the other, and it's kind of... Recaps are not interesting by definition, because you should have already seen it.
Yeah,
I get the complaint of recaps and openings and such, but as I answer it, you can skip them, you can fast forward them, use it. Well, I often skip the outro credits to anime. And I was gonna start like just skipping it to the next episode entirely, but they do the other thing, which is here's the preview of the next episode. And sometimes they will have stuff that is completely brand new and never seen other than in that preview, which is quite annoying. I think one of the more well done ones was a My Hero Academia one, which was basically there's a build up to a climax between the main character Hero, Deku, and the main villain, Shigaraki, and they kind of have a back and forth in the preview of the next episode. And usually the previews are like happy-go-lucky, yeah, we're going to achieve this in the next episode. But this time it was Shigaraki was saying, you're not getting a chance to do this time. And he's trying to go and say, yeah, let's do the catchphrase. And he just says, no. And it stops at that. And I thought that was a quite interesting way of doing it. But yeah, I don't really like recaps and previews in anime. Just go from episode to episode. More stuff should get put on Netflix, to be honest.
Well, yeah, but I mean, they're gonna get there eventually. They're gonna take over the world.
Splish.
Gone? Yeah.
It's like enemies in Dark Souls that have wings but fly off the edge. It's like, huh. Well, I guess you're not coming back up. You canonically should, but you're not going to.
Blade bot.
Ooh. Blade bot. Knock him off the edge.
Right, I tried level 3 in that and it didn't work.
So we're gonna try next.
Level 1 and level 2. Don't we have another option, do I?
No, unless it's a level 4.
It could be a level 4.
Ah, see. Triggered a mind thought.
Be annoying if it is.
Yeah, because you're not going to do it on these ones, are you? Ah, well, we'll get to it. We'll get to it. I really want there to be a Berserk anime that's done well in the modern day. Like, there's the 90s anime, which I guess is quite old now, but still decently worth a watch. But there was a recent remake of the Berserk anime, and the animation quality is horrendous. They've kind of fixed some of it for the Blu-ray release, but even then it's just like, yeah, these guys clearly didn't have the talent to do this. And Berserk is one of those things that I've heard a lot about, and it's like, huh, that sounds like an interesting series. It seems to get referenced in Dark Souls quite a bit. I should probably have a look at what that's like. And it's just like...
Berserk?
Yeah.
Gets referenced in Dark Souls?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Well, it's more like homages to it. So you know how in Dark Souls you can get the Great Sword, which is basically like a big slab of iron? That's a reference to the Dragon Slayer sword in Berserk that's wielded by Guts.
Oh, I did it. Okay, Flash Bomb, Bitball, female.
So I want a good adaptation of Berserk, but in a non-physical format, so anime or a movie, basically. Because I'm not reading manga because there's what,
I'll work my ass
80
off to meet
chapters
your
of it probably.
expectations.
It's too expensive to do that. Too expensive.
Okay, should give us this level 1 pretty quickly. Sorry, I know this isn't very interesting.
Oh, I knew that an hour ago.
You didn't mention Naruto.
Sorry? Are you joking?
I haven't been doing this quest for an hour.
You have.
No, we haven't.
45 minutes.
No, we haven't.
Half
Not this
an hour.
one. Barely.
Barely. Yeah. Well,
I did it on the wrong
this is an
computer.
example of a quest that I would say this is a waste of time. This is just it is literally just a time-wasting exercise.
Yeah, but it'll make Poppy really good. Poppy
Well, we don't
I
even
never
know what
use.
it does yet.
Never even used Poppy, do
No, you don't, because you don't use Tora.
I? Yeah.
You're doing this to get the DLC blade out the end of it, aren't you?
Yeah. Is it an evolution of Poppy?
Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Gamer Guy says, I do read manga. I read One Piece's newest chapter today. How many was that? Was that
Giant
chapter
megabytes.
200? Because that's been going on for way too long. People shouldn't be afraid of having a series just end. Like, having something drawn to a conclusion is a good thing. Otherwise, you turn into J.K. Rowling. It's like, you know
Is that a
what?
giant?
That's a lance.
Is it a giant?
I don't know. I don't know what a giant looks like.
Count on me.
It's like J.K. Rowling's like, you know what's good? Making a critically acclaimed, massively, wildly popular franchise for 7 books for children and having people grow up with the books as they're being written. That's a good idea. You know what's another good idea? Making movies off it. Ooh. And then just, you know, squeeze that cow dry. Although, to be fair, if you can do it, go ahead. George R.R. Martin does it. It's like, yeah, I'm just living my good life, you know. Traveling the world, going to conventions. Oh, don't worry about that 7th book. That 2020. Yeah, sure. It's going to come out in 2020. It's not coming out in 2020. One Piece's newest chapter is 925. I was lowballing it at 200.
That's the one we used to
That's a
use.
giant. Yeah,
Right.
that makes sense. He looks very hulkish.
Yeah.
Alari says, you guys are from the UK, right? Yes, we
Yep.
are. We are both from the United Kingdom.
Gonna be the Zekinator now.
I can tell you for a fact, One Piece still has a lot to answer. Some stories drag on, but that is not one of them. Well, I've heard some complaints about One Piece, and like I said, I've watched, like, I don't know, 30 episodes of it, anime, but then I realised...
Is that the one where he can make his chin go all weird?
Chin? I'm not sure what you mean by his chin.
Maybe I'm missing.
So One Piece is about Luffy, who wears a straw hat, and he's basically a rubber man.
He is rubber, yeah.
Yes. And he has all these different abilities that are based on him being all rubbery. Like, he can extend
He
his
can stretch
arms.
himself.
I
think he did something with his chin once. I just remember it being really weird.
Well, I think there's like a set of abilities he has called gears. So
it's strange though, isn't it?
Gear Second, I remember, was one like he has steam come off him, but then he becomes super fast. So it seems like the rules of One Piece kind of bend and change as the author wants it to. So, Alari asks, do you watch Doctor Who?
I used to. I don't so much anymore. I haven't seen it for the last, I think, 3 seasons.
Yeah, I kind of stopped watching when David Tennant stopped being the Doctor. Just wasn't that interesting anymore.
No, you never really liked it. Not that much.
When David Tennant was the Doctor, I remember watching Doctor Who on, what is it, Saturdays, Sundays? Saturdays. At home with, mum and dad. Because it was like, oh yeah, that episode with the Weeping Angels was great. And then they proceeded to ruin the Weeping Angels by making more episodes about them. It's like,
the Statue
it's like,
of Liberty.
yeah,
Weeping
it's like,
Angel.
no, you've ruined it. Weeping Angels was a fantastic one-off episode, and you could watch it at any point in Doctor Who. It's not related to anything else. It's not part of a massive overarching storyline. It's a great horror episode of Doctor Who. And then they kind of ruined the mystique of it by trying to do too much with it. So, not really a fan of Doctor Who. Fell off it quite a while ago.
Who did I mute?
Like, I'm sure Jodie Foster, or it's Jodie Whittaker, not Jodie Foster. That's a other actor. Jodie Whittaker is probably doing a decent job of being the female Doctor, but it's like, haven't been interested for a while, so. And it's interesting because Doctor Who is like a national institution. It's like, you don't watch Doctor Who?
Easy.
You don't watch Coronation Street?
We don't watch TV.
Oh yeah, it's like, you know. But Netflix does everything for us. Damn it. I want to know if the 13th Doctor is good, but I have no good way to stream the new episodes.
Can't you?
Well, if they're not in the UK...
Yeah, but you can still watch TV catch-up.
If they're not in the UK, they probably don't have the channels.
TV catch-up's online. It's live
If
TV.
they're not in the UK, they probably don't have the channel for TV catch-up. Like, you have to think of it this way. We can't watch American Netflix unless we use the VPN to get around it.
Yeah, but this is just a website, tvcatchup.com, and it just plays live TV.
Yeah, but it'll probably be based off the live TV in your country.
Really?
Well, it's like...
Guys, go on to tvcatchup.com in your countries and tell me whether you can actually access the BBC, because that's how I watch it upstairs. I mean, don't get me wrong, I have a TV license. I'm not saying I'm a voice, it's just it, and then I can watch it on my computer. That's the only reason.
Gamer Guy says, don't tell me what to do.
Oh no, you don't have to. It's just,
yeah.
I'm quite interested.
Pimmsy would be interested to find out if you guys can actually see tvcatchup.com, and if so, can you see BBC channels on there?
That's how I watch it, in bed and that.
It's still not the same way as catching up on iPlayer, is it?
Well, yeah, because you can watch it live on iPlayer as well, but obviously we can only do that in England. Like, that's part of it.
I mean, if people really are that bothered about being able to watch Doctor Who, they probably will set up a VPN to say, yeah, I just want to watch this UK TV show.
Easy, is it?
I'm sure there's guides online that explain how to do it pretty well. So the website we are referring to, Alari, is tvcatchup.com.
It's a free website, or it was. I haven't used it in quite a long time, but they used to have BBC on it. I'm sure they did.
Yeah, I think they kind of, you know, it's subsidized by the adverts they deliver, but also it's like, we're not liable if you don't have a TV license.
Yeah.
For watching live TV.
Have a TV
for not
license,
live TV,
basically.
it should be okay, because it's not on demand.
It is live TV.
No, what I'm saying is, if you watched it an hour later than it was planned, it's not live anymore.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong though, if you're wanting to look back on previous stuff, you kind of
Yeah, it has to happen live-ish. So.
Yeah.
You can't catch up stuff from a week ago, basically.
No.
For that, you'll need to go to iPlayer or one of those dodgy websites that we would
YouTube.
never know about.
It's often on YouTube.
Yeah, often on YouTube.
So, can you...
Oh, by the way, the Lego Movie is free on YouTube, by the way.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
It's a Black Friday thing. You just search for the Lego Movie, it's like, yeah, you just watch it.
But is it only for Black Friday?
I would imagine so. It might last until Monday.
Should we watch it?
No. Why would we do this?
Why not?
Well, because you got work tomorrow, and you're already way past your bedtime,
Where
young
did
lady.
Star go?
Go to Bulge Harbour. Go, 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 go.
Sweet. Oh wait, before I do.
Sweet. Before I go, let me get rid of this common blade. This peasant filth is sullying my rare blade menu.
Who did I have on? Croissant.
Croissant. Yay! Gore got something. Yay! Dahlia got something. Yay! Woo! So many affinities. Ta-da! All done.
What does she need to kill?
Spirit Lexos.
That's annoying. And I think you
Hmm.
have to kill something interesting.
Alari says, "Yep, TV catch-up doesn't work." Sad face.
Praetorian Argus.
Yeah, I had a feeling it wouldn't work. It does. It's one of those things you need to say.
Where was it
Oh
going?
yeah, I'm from the UK. Honest.
Where was it going?
Bulge Harbour.
No idea.
Like there are many a guide that says, "Here is how you set up US Netflix on your UK TV," and you know it's like, "Oh, I want to watch Game of Thrones, but it's only on HBO." Well, maybe if you use this specific VPN, maybe you could watch it. Who knows?
This is gonna be cool, right?
It's not going to be cool.
How is it not gonna be cool?
It's going to ask you to do something else. What kind of a person would stand around waiting in a place like this? All the bandit accomplices were rounded up. This stinks of his handiwork. The letter was suspicious, alright. This is a trap. I've been waiting for this moment, Tora. Mehahu. Ooh. Hello. I'm back. Why do you want blade data? Dear Littlepon, you not recognize me? It's me, your Grandpeepon. Susu. Pull other wing, it got bells on. That's a good line. Did Tora forget the voice and face of old Grandpeepon? You look similar, but there's no way you're the real deal. Grandpeepon was killed by Mui Mui. Meh meh meh. Feels like Susu might faint. Oh no. Are you sure this isn't your granddad? Granddad is dead as doornail. Besides, Grandpa better at writing than this imposter. Ah, that's the explanation.
Ah.
Plausibility level of story increased to unexpected levels. Tora is not a believer. First Dad is alive, then Grandpeepon's alive too? That's not... Life is not that convenient. Well, time to prove it.
Okay.
What proof? Search in the roots of Sophronia tree, near Orion capital Fonsa Mima. So where are you going, Pimmsy?
Fonsa Mima, the tree.
What tree?
It
Take care, Tora. Take care.
begins with S. I don't know what it's actually called.
Oh, the quest objectives tell you anyway, so... To Fonsa Mima!
The tree.
Oh, the tree.
I don't think it's actually in Fonsa Mima.
It's a good one, that.
Oh, I bet you it's over here. No?
No. Oh, ah.
No, it's... I
Try
think
going to
it's-
Gwyneth Paddy's. Try going to Gwyneth Paddy's.
Where's Gwyneth Paddy?
Up left. Left. That one. We'll have a look at your objectives as soon as you come out of the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, see? See how I was right? See that? Yeah.
I
That was
don't think
right.
that tree has a specific name on the map,
No, it doesn't, but Gwyneth Paddy's does.
which is probably why I don't recognise the name of the tree.
Let me see. Great. Leave it to me. Right out of the I know more than I read
Oh, it might be that one over
specialist
there.
field.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yum 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 yum
Eat
yum.
all those ladybirds. Tilde.
Tilde. Sorry, I know this hasn't been a very interesting stream, has it? Sorry. I've got quite a lot
Well, we
done,
talked about anime, we talked about films, we talked about sorts of stuff. You've done things in the background.
I've done things. that's
Yeah, I
true.
mean, it's not like you've achieved a lot, but, you know.
Earth. I need
Gina! Yeah.
Very well.
optic nerve auxiliary circuit unlocked.
Dun 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 dun.
Right, what's going to happen?
It's going to be a chest. It's going to have something inside it.
Gimme, gimme.
Gimme, gimme. Not safe for work folio. Ooh. Ooh. Tora, what's inside? Oh. Tora can't show this. Top secret information. If Rex sees this, your head will explode. Ooh. Ooh, I'm getting hot under the collar. Ooh. It's a special book of Grandpeepon. It's all of his hentai drawings. This book influenced your designs. I'm not sure I want to see what's inside. Let's not dwell on that, shall we? Anyway, that means he really is your Grandpeepon. Wow. This book was very precious.
Spent so many hours locked in his room with it. Oh no.
He buried his pornography. Isn't that weird?
Let's go back to Bulge Harbour then, shall we?
Speaking of chests, yep, that is from the Tora family for sure. It's probably called Round Girls for Nopons. Alari is sad that we haven't done any salvaging. Although we did salvaging to get... Oh, was that?
It was off stream.
Ah, it was off stream. We did salvaging to get a key-shaped lever, or a part for it at least.
Yep. No, it was the key-shaped lever.
You have to save the pawn for future generations. Now do you believe me? What's wrong? Did we forget bygone days when we worked so passionately with Sunnypon Tatazo? You're the real Grampypon, yay! You're taller than Susu, thanks to tasty sausage every day.
Tasty sausage in Bulge Harbour. After looking at the not safe for work diary.
That's enough reunioning, thank you. Yes, we put in the blade data. Why do you need such data? It benefits friends of Tora. How does it help Rex? Come with Susu. Bye, Poppy. Let's activate the Stranger Danger Protocol immediately. Why did you assume such a thing? Okay. See, this is the part of the quest I like. It's the funny stuff. Not the, oh, let's fight 12 things.
Ooh, proclivities.
Proclivities. Perhaps you are right to
like that word.
doubt.
Never come across that word before.
Ooh, voice acting. Nice.
Cutscene?
Yes.
Everyone, sorry to keep friends waiting.
Poppy! What in all rest Grampypon Susu do?
Taken aback. She's blonde.
Some kind of new paint job?
She's got antennae, I know.
He make modifications?
Negative. This puppy is Puppy Mark II. It's great honor to meet friends of Professor.
I don't like her voice.
Huh? He's made a second poppy?
That's not quite right.
Poppy Mark II operate under remote control of Poppy.
Exactly. Poppy Mark II have no will of her own. Poppy do steering and play Poppy voice through clever speaker system.
That explains the voice.
This function open world of possibility, like fresh new improv routine where Poppy play off of Poppy.
Oh, does that mean I
Shall
can send her on
Poppy
Merc
demonstrate?
missions now?
Maybe.
That sounds fascinating, but perhaps best left for another time.
So Grampypon want Rex and friends to also have Poppy they can use, and that way make Poppy Mark II.
Wow, we'd be pretty unstoppable with another Poppy by our
Right, so
side.
this is a way of getting Rex to be able to use Poppy.
Yeah, maybe.
Friends still thinking small, like
No.
tasty sausage for little pot.
What are we doing with it then?
Poopy best
Susu
driver.
not have time to dream small.
Small.
So what are we
No.
doing with her then?
Oh, you'll see.
What's he on about?
Poppy, please execute program.
So you know how Iron Man has different types
Poppy here
of
and
suits?
obey.
Yeah?
Yeah, this one will look quite familiar to you. A specific type of suit, I should say.
Please to come out, Poppy Buster!
Like Avengers 2 specific.
What the?
Okay, there's not much to look at right now, but I'm sure when they actually do it, it will be better.
Why is it shaped like a nopon?
It is kind of cute though.
Aww.
That doesn't
Thank
look
you
like
kindly
what
for
you
your
think it
compliment.
does.
You too are exceedingly cute.
It talks.
But I get where you're coming from.
Susu equip it with specially
it's
crafted
more like Dr.
artificial
Ock.
intelligence program is made to support Poppy.
Yes, I am indeed, if you pardon the self-aggrandizement, a superlative AI. Your ore is fully warranted.
Whoa!
Oh, this is only tippity tip of iceberg. Poppy,
Okay. Go!
On mark, ready, go! Poppy Buster, initiate transformation!
This is what I'm talking about.
Acknowledged, ma'am.
Like, he's even kind of Jarvis-y. Here we go. See?
Oh, okay. Right, okay. Yeah,
Now you see it.
I do.
Oh my.
Oh my. Do, do.
Woo.
Poppy Buster, here we go!
What's she doing?
Oh man. Good times.
Oh, so she climbs into it.
Yeah. Nice and cozy.
Wow. This is really cool. I'm glad I did this.
Mm-hmm. So this is the DLC Blade Poppy Buster.
You told me not to do this as well.
The thing about fighting enemies was boring. You can't deny
Friends
that.
of Miss Poppy.
Mm.
The Poppy Buster is standing by to excel, pending your orders.
Whoa! That's so cool!
So basically, Poppy Buster is kind of... Well, obviously in Japan they wouldn't know much about Marvel stuff, I imagine, unless they are like big fans of Avengers, I guess. But that is pretty clearly a reference to Hulkbuster, as in the suit that Iron Man uses to beat the Hulk up. Let's see, let's catch up with the chat. So, oh no, he stripped Poppy and made her blonde and stuck a goofy thing on her head. It would make sense for all the artificial blades to be Noppon-like, but for some reason Noppon have a thing for human women. Noppon can be very smart. The way they speak bears no relation to their intelligence.
That's interesting.
Blade of Rex or Blade of Nia is no matter. Blade of Tora? Tora's already got Poppy. Why would you need it? Poppy always fight by Master Pun's side. Aww. Tora don't need stupid Poppy Buster. Would you like me to crush him for you, Mom? He's even got kind of like a Jarvis-style AI voice.
Yeah.
Morag likes what she sees, like Frankie from One Piece. Super! I love Frankie. He's a good American. I have no idea who Frankie is from One Piece. You're not used to fighting while also controlling Poppy Mark II. I'll be there to support Ms. Poppy. Poppy feels more confident already. Learn by doing is the best approach.
Okay.
That sounds good.
So I've got to go and kill something with it.
Basically, yeah.
Right, well.
Party formation's changed!
Let's,
You can now engage the Poppy Buster as a blade. Currently he's engaged on Rex. However, you can engage the Poppy Buster any driver except Tora at any drive without having to spend an overdrive protocol. Simply engage blade screen. Feel free to use the new built power of the Poppy Buster in a whatever way suits you best.
Right, well, let's do that then. So I'm going to put it on Nia, I think.
Sure.
Because I don't need Croissant right now.
Croissant.
Because all the stuff is just...
Mm-hmm.
It's not that interesting. So I'm going to change that out, but I just need to take it off. Oh, it's so cool. Take them off Rex.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm up.
Oh, who did I have on? I had Vale on.
He drinks cola, he has guns, he wears a Speedo. What do you mean Americans don't wear Speedos? Americans don't wear Speedos, actually. Overkill a monster in Chain Attack.
Right, so, now that should have...
Blade album? Ooh, look at that secret blade.
So there's one that I haven't got yet.
It's Elma.
But it's obviously Elma. But
Yeah.
that was the last one.
That
So
was
I've
the last
got
blade
everything.
that you haven't got.
Yeah.
Wait, we'll go back.
Hmm?
Was that the entire Blade album?
Yeah, I've done it all.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Just Elma.
Wow, I was not expecting you to have completed the Blade list. Jeez.
Told you I was
Wow.
100% it.
Well, you are not 100% in this game.
Yeah, I am.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I am.
No, you're not.
To be fair, I'm not too far away from doing that. I am, honestly.
You are not that far away from 100% in completing the game in a doable sense.
Though.
In terms of affinities, which is basically just a waste of time, yeah.
Right, let's do this then. Maxus Arachno.
In Moradane, man. Gamer Guy says, Pimmsy is so lucky she got the Jiggly Trio. Who cares if she got all the blades?
I have got all the blades though.
You have, basically. Apart from Elma in the challenge mode, which obviously we have not touched much of. Just seen it to see what Elma looks like, basically. Alari says, you are far away from 100%, believe me.
Let's go.
I will do it eventually though, but maybe not on stream.
No.
I just feel
never.
like we'll be doing Xenoblade forever, but I just love it.
We kind of are. We
really
started
like this
at the
game.
start of the year. We haven't even touched the DLC.
I meant to do this one.
Arlari says, I've got 380 plus hours in this game and I haven't finished the game 100% yet. Yeah, Pimmsy's only at 205 or something. So, she's got a long way to go.
Yeah.
I'll tell you who is going to 100% complete a game. Me. I'm going to finally get Super Mario Odyssey 100% completed.
Can I clarify? I did 100% Bloodborne.
You mean platinumed it, yeah?
Platinumed it. Yeah.
That's getting all the trophies. But Xenoblade 2 doesn't have any trophies.
I know.
So there's no real reason to do 100% completion on this.
No,
I mean, there's never really a
enjoy
reason
it,
to do 100%
really.
completion, is there? Apart from the fact that you enjoy the game.
Yeah. I've got no other reason to do it. Come on, I need to charge this up. Come on, go on, go on.
See, in terms of 100% completion, there's different levels to it. There is, I'm going to do every single thing that is possible. There is, I'm going to do everything that needs doing for getting all of the trophies or achievements. There is, I'm going to do everything that is within reason of doing in one playthrough, because some things require you to play the game multiple times. It's like, well, I'm not doing that, so are you going for the do everything in one playthrough thing, or what?
What do you mean?
Are you trying to complete this game 100% without going to New Game Plus?
No.
Okay. Let's see. Anything needed tuning up? No? Okay. Performance was flawless. Yay! We now have Poppy Buster. Time for us to go back into hiding. Tatazo is living content without his dad upon. The great achievement of Lila and Tora and whatever else. Who cares? Skip, skip. Don't care.
Will we meet again?
Of course! In the next DLC.
Okay.
I don't think there's going to be another DLC for this.
Probably not. Well, it's been very popular.
No, I think they'll finish it at Torna, and obviously Grampy Pond's not going to be in Torna, the Golden Country. What does the name Poppy Buster mean? I totally forgot to ask.
It's been bothering me too.
Poppy Buster, do you know? Miss Poppy chose it for me. You choose a name like that? Indeed. Most proper sounded name of lists from the list of 3. What were the other 2 then? Poppy. Ah, okay. Poppy Obey Powered Panzer Inferno. So Poppy. New Poppy XL Deluxe. That sounds like a joke on new Nintendo 3DS XL. And number 3 was Poppy Buster. That's one hell of a choice. Naming sense was notoriously bad for Grampy Pond. Yep, Poppy Buster was the best one. Enough power to take down even Poppy. In slightly bad taste, but what do I know? Coolness of the name is paramount. Let's see. Alari says the Land of Challenge is a reason enough not to finish the game 100%. Hardest difficulty on every mission. Ooh. Oof. No, I don't think that's going to be something Pimmsy does. We will make the Master Pond prouder still.
She said before, to quote a Nopon scholar, Meha. It's just funny.
Oh dear.
It's good, I like that.
Shiny new power complete.
Right. What got
Right. Da, 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 da.
Rummage, rummage, rummage.
Mineralogy.
Yeah.
Ooh, affinity
perfect.
rewards. Affinity
Now,
rewards.
I should be able to do Florin's better. So I've been trying for ages to get Florin's beguiling charms up. I've not been able to because I've not unlocked that yet. So what do I need to do to get that up?
Go to the Gwyneth Paddies and complete the quest Nature Boy.
Right, well, let's do that then. Gwyneth Paddies.
You were just there for the Saffronia tree.
Was I?
Yeah.
So in that case, it's here.
Yep.
Let's do this, and then we can do a bit of story.
Really? You want to do some story?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because then I can do the DLC after it, can't I?
True, true. I will say, seeing the Poppy Buster run like that is a bit lame. Like, because it's so big, you'd expect it to just take big steps less often, but that's actually trying to keep pace with the number of steps you're taking.
Yeah, it's funny. I like it.
Seems a bit lame to me, but
Literally where I just was.
Ooh. Hey, isn't that gorgeous? It's not like we didn't see it before. Oi, you there. That girl specifically. Me. Let's have those documents. I don't understand. Our intel is ironclad. Go on. Are you sure you don't know anything? Maybe you're just confused. If that's how you want to play this, we're going to make you return them. I'm sure this is going to go swimmingly for you, Doro.
Oh.
Unspoken suspicion. Well, that was spoken. So, what does unspoken suspicion mean? Also, that didn't say Nature Boy.
It didn't, did it?
Why would it?
Maybe Nature Boy comes after it?
I guess, but... okay. I feel like Poppy Buster's light coming from its head is like a hairstyle it's supposed to be. But it looks a bit weird.
Well, it's similar to...
Super
what's
Saiyan.
his name? No. The ice... What's his name? There's an ice blade.
I'm sure there is. I'm sure there is.
Can't for the life of me remember his bloody name right now.
Me neither.
It's on Rex. It's on Rex.
Well, most blades are on Rex, so you can use any blade he wants.
No, but it's actually one of Rex's.
Okay.
I'll show you. Hang on. Oh.
No, you mean Percival, maybe?
No, not Percival. He's fire.
Alright, never mind. Nothing but women and children. They still kicked our butts.
Or is he dark? I can't remember.
I remember you, you stinking brats.
Talk about sour grapes.
Are you sure you don't know those mercenaries? Maybe you received gifts from them. I think I remember getting top secret information. To the tree! The Sophronia. What? What is it?
Oh, Florin? Is something up with that tree?
This one. She's hurt.
Hurt?
Yeah. She got injured when we were fighting those guys back there.
Yeah, but it's a tree. They patch themselves up, don't they?
They're living creatures, Nia. If we just leave her like this, she might wither and die. You can't joke about that.
You got told.
Sorry. I didn't mean to insult the tree.
But even if tree hurt, what can we do about it?
Call a tree surgeon.
Can we heal it?
I don't know. I'll have to do some
really good.
research. Maybe if we find the right
Pimmsy
kind
enjoyed
of
that
medicine.
one.
Yeah, well, only if they will
Medicine?
allow it. Will allow it. No.
Well, if it exists.
No.
I'm sure
Oh,
the
that's
rest
good.
of us can help track it down.
Then it's decided. Let's heal the tree.
Okay. No.
Really? You'll help me?
I guess there are some people that'll be pretty cut up if this tree died.
Yeah, Pocahontas won't be happy.
Community service of a sort.
You don't mind us pitching in, do you?
Not at all. Thank you, everyone. Right. Let's see what we can learn about her.
Trees don't have a sex, Florin, unlike you, who are male. Who is male?
Who are?
Who are?
Who are?
Who are? Did that just go into another cutscene straight away?
Yeah.
So did we already have the thing to complete it?
Must have.
Cool. I like those quests. Yeah?
Yes, I understand now.
Telepathy. Treelepathy.
To heal her, we're going to need fungicide, an antidesiccant. We could also use a tree brace to keep her steady while she's healing.
So all we need to heal the tree is those 3 things.
Yep.
Seems simple.
Then what are we waiting for?
Where exactly are we going to find all that stuff, though?
Kedwin lives in Torrigoth in Gormott, knows much about tree plants.
Good thinking, Tora.
Got you.
I'm sure he can help.
Like a friggin' sheep.
Right. Let's go talk to Kedwin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll come back as quickly as
It's
we
been taking
can.
me all game to get Florence
Please
thing
hold on
off.
a little longer.
Literally all
Yeah,
game.
the entire time you've been playing, because we got... There we go,
Florence
there's
one
Nature
of the
Boy.
first ones that we ever got.
What was the point of having Unspoken Suspicion activate? Like...
Quest to do a quest, I guess.
But you didn't get anything from it, so what was the point? Why would you even do that?
I don't know. I don't know.
Weird.
I can't answer that because I don't know.
The game sure likes confirming that Florin is a boy. Well, yeah.
Specialist field.
He kind of confirms it multiple times
To be fair, I
himself.
thought it was a girl. So.
Well, I'm sure that's where much of the confusion came from. Ooh, botany increased. Overkill a monster in chain attack.
You'd hear the flowers speak if you'd only
That must be
listen.
what we did.
Botany.
Right, so we'll quickly do this, and then... I'm sorry.
Sure.
Uh,
Now, when you
Kedwin.
say quickly...
should be pretty quick.
That's assuming you know where to get the fungicide and the anti-desiccant and the tree brace.
Kedwin.
He's gonna sell all of it?
Came
Should
a pretty
do.
long way, hey?
This way. That implied that it did. It's probably not a sell. It's probably a, give me all these things and I can make you it.
Yeah, true.
So that's what this game loves to do.
Well, all games of this type really, like any massively multiplayer online RPG game, well, RPG, does the same kind of thing. Going, yeah, I can make you these things if you give me the stuff to make it.
Right, Sedwin.
Please open your
Kedwin.
hearts to me.
Kedwin?
They literally said it out loud in the cutscene.
Oh, sorry. Right, Kedwin.
Hey, do you need something? Yes, we do. Oh, I can't help. Getting exciting result for 2 months. No. Florin says no. Hey, sometimes you need to take it easy. Research is so important. Put it down for a minute. Alright, a minute won't hurt. We'll make it quick. Here's the thing. Blah 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 blah. Explained. Oh, you're trying to save the okay. I can't help you with the tree brace, but the rest is my territory. I'm currently out of some essential reagents. Oh, if only you could have seen this happening. How does that sound? That sounds like a deal. Thank you, Kedwin. What do you need? Fungicide. The flowers.
Blah,
Let's see if we've
blah.
got all this stuff. This is pretty much skip, don't care. Because
Yeah.
we don't care.
We don't.
We don't.
Not.
No, we don't.
Right, let's talk to you.
Hello?
Do we have your stuff?
Hopefully. Yay! Woo! I'll get mixing now. Here we are. Fungicide and anti-desiccant.
Right, where do we get the...
Say it's Lumber Company.
Right, where's that?
They're outside of the town. Okay. Do come and visit you here?
Shall I walk there? Shall I walk there?
You should probably... would it be quicker to walk? It might be quicker to walk.
Maybe it will.
Because already you haven't... you're right next to it. It's right next to a fast travel point, so it's fine then.
Yeah, it was quicker to do that, I think.
I bet if we didn't have this game digitally, that would have taken a lot longer.
Do you think?
Maybe.
Why?
Because loading times from the SD card is a lot quicker than from the cartridge itself, I think.
Didn't know that.
We're looking for a tree brace. Why do you need one? We're trying to fix a tree. Oh, I see. Well, you need a sturdy one. Can you make one? I could, but I need some ingredients. Healing teak. Yeah. Let's. What? Hello. What are you doing?
Oh, she's heartbroken because they've chopped down trees.
She.
He. She. I don't
Oh yeah, it's a lumber company. What's the matter, miss? Why do you gaze upon our work with such sadness? People don't respect nature because they say, I got a house to build.
You love trees, don't you, miss?
All plants are my friends. Even the stingy ones.
Such a kind child you are, miss.
We don't treat nature roughly here. We pollute the other titans, don't worry. We make our livelihood taking the lives of trees and plants. Mankind wouldn't be able to flourish without it otherwise. That's exactly why we're thankful to the trees more than anyone and treat them with respect. We use even the smallest bits of wood, going to great lengths to find uses for them. Wow! You'll make us the best tree race ever. Yeah, we need to save a friend. I'll make sure it's a great one. Bring me some healing teak. Okie dokie.
I think we've probably got that.
We'll see. Wow, the trap is getting wood, no comment. Also, you don't have the healing teak.
No, because you have to go to specific places.
Aww.
Should I do this off stream?
It seems to be pretty far away, doesn't it? Unless it's all in one place, then, you know, maybe we do
So it's
this.
not in Toragor.
Yeah, they're all over the place.
Let's just see how hard it is to get it.
Well, I imagine it's just getting to the place to find it is the problem. But the problem is that you have to walk all the way along there, and you're going to get distracted.
I'm not going to get distracted.
Sorry. All right. I'll just wait. Oh look, you got distracted.
It's not a distraction.
It is.
I was trying.
That was
to
literally the
find
thing I was waiting for you to do.
Just trying to find it. See?
You knew who it was.
Next, this shouldn't take too long.
At least it's not fighting enemies to get it.
Yeah, it's just literally just walking along, and I'm so OP that I'll just
obliterate everything in your path.
Yeah, quite literally.
You're basically Hex from Ferngully.
Oh, I haven't seen that in a long time.
No.
There we go. Oh, there should be two. Oh, there's loads more. Right, let's do something different.
You got 3 more to get.
Should we do something different?
Well, I thought if you were going to get 2 of those, you'd get 3 of them. Because it's not going to take you too long to walk to each place, is it? Like, you know, those are fairly close to the warp points. And then you can fast travel back to the lumber company. Jump to your death!
That is actually going to kill me.
Of course it is. Oh no, you landed in the water. You're fine. Geronimo splat.
That was very fortunate. I wasn't planning on that.
Well, you have a habit of being very lucky in certain situations. Like, I would not have said that you would have been even anywhere near close getting all of the rare blades in this game, and yet somehow you've managed to do it.
Yeah, I did do that quite well. I was quite lucky one time. Didn't I get like 3 in a row or something?
Well, we already talked about this, and it's the chances of getting a rare blade increases for people that don't already have them. So Zeke, you got 3 in a row because he had 0 rare blades.
Wow, you have to burst my bubble.
The way my luck works is in extremes, says Gamer Guy. Most of the time it's awful. The rare times it works insanely well. Yeah, basically it's like Felix Felicius, which is just confident.
I have a lot of luck in game because I have a lot of unluck. Misfortune.
Yes.
In real life.
Misfortune now called unluck.
Yeah. You knew what I meant.
No, I didn't. Unluck is a made-up term.
Down?
You meant unlucky.
Yeah.
But you thought that unluck was an actual thing.
Aha.
Aha. One more.
Dos plenty.
Other kitchen roll brands are available. It's interesting how things just stick in your brain. Like, I was gonna talk about this when we were playing Dark Souls, but basically, whenever you see a lever, it automatically goes to pull the lever Kronk from Emperor's New Groove. But if you replace that with a button, you'd probably go to Sugar Babes instead.
Push the button and let me know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it?
I think it's usually just like the pitch and the intonation of whatever's being said, just like it strikes a chord, and it just, you know, it helps with memory recall, and that's why it sticks in people's heads.
Name one song that has a lever in it.
What? No, I'm not talking about that. It's like the reason why pull the lever crunk is because it's pull the lever crunk, wrong lever, and it's a funny situation because there's a funny sounding voice behind it, and also it's quite humorous.
No!
Why would you do that?
Oh, I was trying to get the thing.
You were getting distracted. Yes, I know. You need to go up that way, you know.
You go up another way, can't you?
I don't know. Can you get up from there?
Can't you?
It looks a bit steep to me.
Pretty sure you can get up here.
Pretty sure you can't. You've never tried it.
Haven't, that's true. Come on, this is so laborious.
There's probably a proper psychology term that describes how things that stick in your head and you can recall it.
Isn't it?
Well, yeah, but there's probably a particular term, and I'm not remembering it very well. Ironic, eh? Probably because I didn't have a jingle associated with it.
So,
every day is good at your Juness.
So what do you think is really, like, memorable in your head?
What do you mean?
Like, what will you never forget?
I don't know.
I think Gawkabell. That's one that
But
I'll
you
never
could say
leave
that
me.
for pretty much every jingle. Like, I could say, just one cornetto, give it to me.
Say that actually killed me.
But that's based off an actual song, so that doesn't really count. Advertising's too effective.
Too hot, too spicy.
Advertising is too effective. It's basically psychological warfare for getting people to buy stuff.
I think the problem is I have the big map up. It needs to have it. What else? What else will stick with me?
0800 00
1066. Yeah, that one.
Da 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 da
Was
da.
that Hastings Direct?
Yes. But what was the other the phone one that goes da 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 da?
Remember?
No.
Can you?
Direct line, because it was the blue telephone with eyes. And it was like
yeah.
And then they changed it to be the red telephone with that was basically a car, and they had the little mouse clicky sidekick.
Don't remember that at all.
I don't know if they're still doing those adverts because I've not seen a direct line advert for ages.
Well, there was an advert from Lidl, wasn't it, that got taken down recently, or was it?
You're talking about
Iceland.
the Iceland one. You're talking about the palm tree oil thing.
Yeah. What?
Hmm?
Why is
Report
that
to Elgo. It's probably because it's nighttime.
Eesh, everybody's gone to bed. How
Yeah.
terrible.
Just like you should have done 2 hours ago.
Should have really worked on.
Yeah. Hello, Elgo.
Hello, go.
Hey, you got the healing teak.
Hello, go.
Okay. It should be able to brace any tree no matter how big. It looks really powerful, but it's breathing and growing. We just don't want to kill a tree or plant. We shape it so it can live alongside us. Your Sophronia waits for your help. Onwards, boy.
Right, let's go and sort out this tree then. Have a cutscene, do a bit of story, and then crack on.
Crack on. Crack on with sleep.
No. If you want, we can just end it now.
No, it's fine. So what's the earliest memory of an advert jingle that you can remember? Because that tells you, alright, so you're susceptible to adverts at this age.
I can't remember when it was, but there was a Marmite advert that really stuck in my brain.
Mm-hmm.
And it was... I don't think it was the earliest one I can remember. But it was... basically, there was no context at all. until right at the end. Like, you didn't know it was a Marmite advert until right at the end.
Mhm.
And basically, there's this boy and this girl on a date, and they're sitting on the couch watching TV, watching a film. They get cuddly. He has a bite of his sandwich, and then he goes to kiss her, and she goes, "Ugh!" and then the Marmite comes out and says, "You either love it or hate it." And
Wow.
it's really funny.
See, I was gonna say, cutscene
Sorry
with
to
voice
keep you
acting. I
waiting.
should stay quiet.
We'll make you all better.
Sorry. Also, the Coca-Cola advert. That's my video.
The holidays are coming, holidays are coming,
100
holidays are coming, holidays are coming. Da, 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 da. Don't actually know the words.
Yes, it's okay. She should be back to her old self in no time.
Yay!
That's great. I guess our work here is done.
Nice one, Florin.
Thank you. And I'm sure the tree would thank you as well if she could.
I thought of another one. It's not an advert.
Even though it's just a tree, I hope it knows that everything is okay now.
Of course she does. She's just as aware as we are.
What a world, eh? You learn something every day. Thank you, Florin.
You're welcome.
So, the earliest thing that I can remember, which isn't an advert but kind of is the "you wouldn't steal a car." Before the films, and it was like, yeah, that's the earliest one I can. I don't know if it is an advert. Is it an advert?
It is an advert. It's
Sort
before films, though.
Yeah.
Gamer Guy says, I thought you were going to ask what's the earliest memory you have. Well, Pimmsy just explained. Earliest memories are weird. I know what mine was. It was my dad changing my diaper and making funny faces because Mum generally did it. Oh, that's nice. See, I have memories of pictures of me doing stuff, but not me actually doing it.
Oh, I remember my earliest memory that I can remember. There was two, and I don't know which one was first. So one was the first time I ever saw a wingfowl.
What's this sexually explicit material you're talking about?
Well,
disrupting my good-natured,
well, it was
safe for work.
My brother was
streams.
being a knobhead and basically was having a sleepover, and he charged through the room and
Oh,
windmilled.
yeah, I remember this story.
he was like, "Look at my Willie," and then it's spinning it around. It's the earliest memory that I have of him, and it was hilarious, and we were all wetting ourselves, and one of the girls cried. It was funny. That's the earliest one I can remember of him. And the other one, I used to have a friend called Michael, and I remember dressing him up as Snow White, and that was when I was about 7, I think.
It's probably a good thing your brother doesn't watch our streams, isn't it?
Yeah, he'd be mortified.
Gamer Guy says, after that, my memory's blank until I was like 3 or 4, and I remember waving my goodbye to brother getting on the bus for school.
Oh, you've got nice first memories of your brother.
Alaris says, my earliest memory was I woke up in the morning and went to kindergarten. I knew everyone, but I didn't know why. Ah, that's nice. What was my earliest memory?
He's been horrible. He's setting fire to trees until Florin gives up the information.
Turning it into California now. We're burning trees to pass the time.
Do I have to freaking put out trees?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Did you think you were going to get away with doing this quest quickly? I don't think so, Pimmsy. This game is 200 and whatever hours long for a reason.
Okay, right, let's go.
I think my earliest memory that I can vividly remember is being scared of lightning, but I don't know if I was...
Oh, that's gonna kill me, isn't it?
No, I think you should be fine. Oh, no, you did. Like, I think I remember rattling the gate to my room, you know, a baby gate.
Yeah.
And not liking the lightning because of that.
Remember that far back?
Well, that was probably... No, yeah. Yeah, that's the one I vividly remember.
Oh, I can remember the first time, one of the first times I went to see fireworks. I went with my dad,
And then someone scared you, and you were like, ah! And then you were
No,
like, I don't
didn't-
like fireworks anymore.
I don't actually remember being scared of them when I was younger. It's only as I got older. Which is strange, because normally
It
it's
is
the other way
strange,
around.
yes. What you're saying is you're strange.
Well, yeah, thought we
Yeah.
already established that. Basically, my earliest memory was going to the fireworks, and my dad had us, and we're walking through the streets to get to the fireworks, and they'd already started, and we were about to miss them. We could see a few, but we got there and we saw a little bit of it. But the noise, as it reverberated around all the buildings, it was absolutely insane. The amount of noise coming out, it was just nuts.
Says above you. Says above you. Probably from a different direction. Gamer Guy says, from what my parents say, I was very much trying to catch up to my brother, so seeing him leave made me cry. You know how kids are, they don't understand they come back. Yeah, they have no object permanence. It's why Peekaboo works, because it's like, they're gone! They're gone! And then suddenly they're back again. It's like, yay!
Guess who's back? Back again. Rob is back. Tell your friends. That's another one. Why do we know that? That's just a
What?
song, isn't it?
Well, yeah, that's what I was
About
saying.
memory
Music
stuff.
helps with memory recall, and that's why certain musical jingles stick in your head.
Do we need water?
Pour on water, pour on water.
Nothing to worry about now.
I'm dying, thank you. Can you put me out? You got a fire blanket? No? Ta-da!
Phew. We only just made it.
I'm not sure about the other trees. I wonder if they're okay.
Well, to be fair, it is raining right now, so surely that would help, yeah?
Not always.
No, I know. It's like saying, oh, if it's raining, surely forest fires wouldn't happen. No, they happen quite a lot. Quite a bit.
Can you walk to the next thing? I just need to rearrange.
Rearrange? Oh, that sounds like a readjustment of a certain nature.
No, not what I meant.
Of a certain nature? I'm not saying what nature that is.
That's not what I meant.
It's
you
just a
prude.
certain
Get
nature.
off! You're not even doing it right.
I'm
Look.
not even doing it
You
right.
need to make the thing big so you know in which direction.
That way. The way I was going. Like, does that not seem obvious?
No.
No.
Let me see. Please. open your
Earliest
heart to
thing
me.
I can remember watching on TV was Pokemon.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty standard one for many people.
I used to watch it with my friend, and we used to sit and watch the Pokemon at the same time. That's going to kill me. Damn it. We used to sit and watch it and pretend like we were with them.
Yeah.
What?
Pretend you were with them. That sounds like a normal kid thing to do.
Yeah, we'd pretend like we were with them and we had our own Pokemon and stuff. It was really fun. And we'd like, I think it was probably video that we watched or something, but we used to pause it and then we'd be like, oh yeah, and then we'd like play a little bit and pretend like we were on our little side quest. And then
following the anime and playing along.
Yeah, basically.
There should be more things like that, you know. Like, hey, here's a popular TV show. You can actually play the game it's based off and play it in almost real time. Or like on a weekly basis to catch up.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
That would be good. But we really enjoyed doing that. And we did it with Harry Potter as
I
well.
don't think that would ever happen again, you know. Like, having a worldwide phenomenon of this media franchise, film or whatever,
It's all
TV
okay
show,
now.
is not going to have the same type of
Timely
game
intervention.
thing associated with it anymore.
Not
Let's
as
see if
big
the
an
other
impact
trees
as
are okay.
Pokemon had.
No.
But no, Harry Potter was the other one that we used to do. And we used to pretend like we had. So, like, we wouldn't be. We wouldn't be like a character. We would be their pet. You know, like, you know how you have an animal going to Hogwarts? So we would basically, one of us would be for one and then the other one for the other. And whenever that person went off camera, we'd be like, oh, I'm just going off here now.
Okay. That sounds like, oh, I like Tamagotchi. I'm going to become one. Almost.
I wouldn't have made that connection at all.
The earliest TV thing I can remember watching is Playdays.
Oh yeah, I remember Playdays.
Don't die.
Not gonna die.
Splish. But that's, you know, fairly standard, you know, morning TV, you know, waking up on a school day kind of thing. Yeah, play day, yeah.
Do you remember the Fun Song Factory?
No.
With the Fun Song Factory. Fun song, fun song, fun song factory. No?
Nope. No idea.
Fun song factory. Oh, I remember that really clearly. I mean, I've not seen it in God knows how long, and I remember the bloody.
Oh yeah, you used to watch all sorts of weird TV shows. It's like, why would I have ever seen this? This is terrible.
Did you see the herbs?
No.
It was about little animals that were themed around herbs, like parsley the lion.
What was that one?
It was so British. It's unreal. Guys, you want to watch a really British old school animation? Oh, watch the herbs.
Excellent.
It'll make you
Looks
smile.
like we were just in
It's
time.
so British.
I was gonna say, like, what was that 2D animation cartoon thing where the guy wears different hats and he goes back in time and does all the different things?
Mr. Ben.
Yeah, and it's like, why would I have ever watched that? That's so
good.
It's not. It's really not. Alari says, the earliest thing I remember watching on TV was an anime called Georgie. A man died in the first episode because he rescues the baby Georgie and left a wife and 2 sons behind. I was crying for an hour and had chicken for lunch. The chicken,
I like how that's how you remember
the chicken
it.
skin was delicious.
It just shows what you do remember, though, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
like you remember the smell, you remember the taste, you remember the sound. You don't remember the fucking details. Who was that person we were with? Oh, who cares? It was a really nice sandwich.
Gamer guy literally just said, this chat isn't degenerate enough to ask what their first anime was, and never mind, someone literally just broke that. The first anime I actively remember trying to watch that wasn't like...
That wasn't a cartoon, like
yeah,
Pokemon,
that I didn't consider
Yu-Gi-Oh!
a cartoon in the morning,
Digimon,
like
yeah.
Digimon.
No, I agree, because I was going to say, if we're going to do that, then it's probably either Pokemon or
something on
Shaolin
Fox Kids.
Showdown or something.
Yeah, like Escaflowne. It was actually Full Metal Alchemist the first season, and then
mine was
I ended up
Death Note.
I ended up watching it like halfway through the season, right after the thing with Maze Hughes. So I was like, huh, that's an interesting thing. And then I ended up watching Planetees, and I remember staying up late to try and catch Planetees because like, oh wow, this is an interesting sci-fi anime thing. But I don't hear Planetees being mentioned as an interesting thing for people to watch anymore.
No, it wasn't Death Note.
What did you watch?
I watched the Studio Ghibli films.
Oh, well, those came out quite relatively late compared to the animes.
Yeah, but I watched them before because I'm pretty sure it was actually. I don't think I watched anime before I met you. I'm pretty sure
well then.
you said to me, "Oh, you should watch these Studio Ghibli films," and we watched My Neighbor Totoro together. I think. And then I watched the other ones, and then I started to watch like Death Note and Full Metal Alchemist.
I should really watch the Studio Ghibli films again.
They're so good.
But I need
What's
to
your
get
favourite Studio Ghibli film?
Princess Mononoke, I think. Because
that might
it's
be one of the first ones you showed me.
Yeah, because it's a 3-hour like fantasy epic like Lord of the Rings is. So it's a long one.
My favourite one is controversial.
Go on.
I like Grave of the Fireflies.
Oh.
It's not my favourite anime though. My favourite anime film is definitely Wolf Children.
Yeah. You like those little cuties.
They're so adorable.
Gamer Guy says, I know that the first anime I watched was Bleach. Almost everyone's actual first anime is Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, that was mine.
Alari says, I also remember the time when my older sisters gave me rabbit treats because I asked for them. I remember the taste of my vomit.
That's really funny.
Thanks for
You would
guarding
though,
the
wouldn't you, as a
granddaughter and
sibling?
everyone.
Well, it's like dog biscuits look quite appetizing in cartoons, don't they?
I have eaten a dog biscuit before.
I'll leave you guys to lead your own conclusions from that.
Without my
No, it
friends
was chili
helping out.
flavour. And I was
Why
like,
would a dog biscuit be chili flavored?
it just was.
That would just make it worse.
It was a chili flavoured dog biscuit. And I was curious because I didn't think that dog biscuits would taste like chili. And I like the taste of chili.
It's the most
So I
curious
was like,
thing we
I'm
have
gonna try
here.
it.
Oh
Oh,
dear.
it was either chili or barbecue or something like that.
Oh dear, oh dear.
It didn't taste like what it said.
Mm-hmm.
We promise not to, miss.
Miss? I'm not a miss.
Just so you know...
I'm a mister.
I'm not a miss. I'm a mister.
I'm a Mr. Man.
What?
Say what?
Huh? You mean you didn't know?
Look at them all taken aback.
You must have known, right?
Yeah, sure. Woo. Gamer Guy says, favorite anime film? I've got no idea. I know Spirited Away was the first anime movie I watched. I remember not getting it at the time. Nowadays, I get all the references going on.
It's nice to rewatch stuff.
I don't often think about the references. I know there are references between different Ghibli films, but to be honest, it's just it's a nice watch. It's nice animation. So.
They're also quite easy going. You don't have to think too much.
Well,
some of them you do.
Someone whose favourite film is Grave of the Fireflies is take that opinion.
No, some of them. Obviously, some of them need a lot of thinking. You don't need a lot of thinking to watch Ponyo.
Ponyo.
Right, there we go.
Yay, we did Nature Boy.
Finally.
And I am going to take the executive decision and say you are not doing story today because it is currently, just gone midnight in the UK. Pimmsy's got work tomorrow, and I don't want to get shouted at for not waking up tomorrow as well. So, I think
get shouted at for not waking up. I won't shout at you.
Really?
It's my fault. That we're at this
to be
time.
fair, you do want to play the game. That's why you're still going.
Yeah, it's not like you're. Yeah,
I'm not forcing you to stay playing.
No, I do enjoy this game. I really I think it's probably my favorite game. I really do enjoy it, and I don't even know that much about it. I just enjoy playing it. I'm being serious. It's not like I'm.
I don't know. How do you attack things? Ooh, bless you. Sneeze on stream.
Sorry, it's not like I've got It's not like I'm obsessive about it. It's not like I'm learning every single little thing.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of time to play it.
Yeah.
But I just enjoy it. It's just fun. And what's wrong with that?
Nothing.
What's the harm?
Games can be fun. They don't need to be serious all the time.
Yeah.
Gamer Guy says, I'm such a degenerate. I get most references to Asian mythology that goes on in in anime and Japanese games. So probably things like the flying dragon and what all the spider suck monsters are like.
Spider suck monster.
Soot, not suck.
Oh, okay.
Because they carry the coal.
Are really
they
cute.
carry the coal on their head. Yeah. Anyway, are you actually doing story or are you doing the heart to heart?
No, I'm doing heart to heart. Don't
Okay.
worry. You told me not to. And I do actually listen to you when you talk sometimes.
Sometimes.
I made a point to say sometimes, didn't I?
Yeah, I guess you get away with it for sometimes, not hardly ever.
Are you okay? You don't look it.
The land is choked with sand. Is this really Elysium? No flowers, no trees, no grass. Just a barren plain of rocks and sand. Look! I bet that was a beautiful lake once. But there isn't even a drop of water left.
I suppose little rain falls here.
Water is essential for life. But there isn't any here. This place is completely barren. Some places have a drought now and again, but they still have a little hope. This place, it's just dead.
Shall we search for a way to bring back the greenery? That was the right choice, I reckon.
No roots can take hold in sand like this, and nothing is going to grow without water. Wait, maybe something can grow.
Cactus.
Well, you know life is a powerful thing. It may be too dry for seeds here, but...
We could get some seedlings from somewhere else and plant them here.
Yes! At first, they probably won't last very long. But as plants die, their remains fertilize the soil. They'll be giving their goodness back to the next generations. It'll take a while, but do it enough times, and eventually, this dead land can be restored to life.
At last. You seem to be back to your old self.
Yes, thank you. I'm going to do it. I'm going to bring back the vegetation.
That's an interesting concept, isn't it?
Alari says, this is why Florian is awesome, the scene. And Gamer Guy says, a lot of the harder to reach heart-to-hearts give a large amount of character and backstory.
It
I think
sucked
that's nice.
getting
that.
Oh my god, I have spent so long trying to unlock Florian.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, like I am not exaggerating. I've had him on since the start of the frigging game. I don't think I've taken him off like many times, have I?
Well, I don't know. You've had plenty of opportunities to take him off in 200 hours, so I don't know. Turns out Florian isn't just a generic trap, nor is Dahlia a generic bell. Generic bell? What's Oh, Southern Belle, right, I get it. So yeah, you wanna end it here, yeah? Yeah, so smooth. Yeah, Southern Belle. Okay, so thanks for watching the stream, guys. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you can follow us at twitch.tv/RiggyRob to get notified when we go live. Assuming you got like push notifications or something set up on your phone or your laptop to get emails and things like that. You can also subscribe to us on Twitch because we're Twitch affiliates, and you'll get to support us with emotes. I need to change the emotes around actually because still on the Coda one for the default one. So you get access to little Coda cat.
He's lovely.
He is
I don't
lovely.
know where he is.
He's probably upstairs asleep. Yeah. If you've missed any of our other streams for Xenoblade, because God knows we've got lots of them, you can catch up on them on YouTube at RiggyRob and Pimmsy Play. Florian was Alari's first rare blade. Cool.
Was whose?
Alari's.
Oh, nice. I think it was one of my first.
Yeah, you got it relatively early, I think. And that's why it's been so long since you did the Affinity.
Yeah.
So yes, you can catch up on YouTube, RiggyRob and Pimmsy Play. Just type in RiggyRob or just Pimmsy into the search bar and it should come up with our channel.
Should, but might not.
Might not. You can also join our Discord and Twitter. Got links in the chat as well. Talk about anything you like. Recently, you just said like Happy Thanksgiving to everyone in the US and Happy 22nd of November to everyone else out of the US, basically. Florian is in one of the pity groups. I don't know what that means.
What's a pity group?
People like Florian out of pity. I don't know. So yeah, and you can also follow us on Twitter as well to get notified of any tweets we do. So we'll say if we're going live later than normal like we did today. We do RiggyRob reviews of films. Oh, you don't have anything? No.
I thought I might have some.
Oh dear.
But no.
Oh, pity groups are blades you always will get on your run eventually. Right. That makes sense. Like, there's not a chance that you'll never get them. It's always going to be guaranteed at some point. Fair enough. I see. So yeah, in terms of the next stream, I might do one on Sunday for Witcher 3. For RiggyRob's RPG Ramble. So yeah, stay tuned for that. If you look on our Twitch page and go into the events schedule thing, you should see it coming up anyway. So yeah, keep an eye on that. There are 5 groups of them, and Florian is one of the pity groups, meaning some players will always get him.
Yeah.
So, okay, that's cool. Didn't know that works. There's a lot of depth to the...
It's not too hard to get all of the blades. Like, I was expecting like 1 or 2 of them to be really, really difficult to get.
Assuming you've got the crystals to do it.
Yeah, that's the part.
That is the problem.
You can farm for them though.
Yeah, you can farm for crystals. That doesn't increase your chances, unless you mean in terms of actually having more chances to get one.
Yeah, it's more opportunities, isn't it?
Yeah. It wasn't too hard for you, Pimmsy, to get all the blades.
Well, apparently I got one of the rarest one, which is
Cosmos.
Yeah,
got it very quickly.
Very relatively early.
Some people have spent over 1,000 legendary core crystals to get Cosmos.
Yeah, and I got it in like 4 or something. No, that's obviously...
Well, there you go. Pimmsy has got a lot of unluck, so...
misfortune in real life.
It all balances out eventually. So yeah, we're going to wrap it up there, guys. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you all next time.
Bye, guys.